All right, boys. It is Friday, the night before UFC 295. I'm finally live, even though I had this scheduled for, I believe, 9:30. But then I remembered I hadn't made my graphics for tomorrow. So then I had to make those, and then I was like, okay, I'm just going to be late. So luckily, I finally have all the graphics done. Let me just check and make sure. UFC Brazil. Let's go into UFC 295. So it'll be Bazookia Emmers. Let's see if this works. Why did that not work? I think it's this one. Let's see if this works. There we go. That'll be tomorrow. Turn that off. Yeah, so I had to make all those graphics. I totally forgot about it. It slipped my mind. So sorry for being past the scheduled time that I was supposed to come on. You know, I see already someone says, where I come from, being 15 minutes late constitutes an ass whooping, especially moving the way you move in certain circles. Yeah, for sure. Definitely constitutes an ass. Is that line ever going to get old? Is that line ever going to get old, boys? The way I move, the way you know, in certain circles and stuff. I forgot what else was there said. I'm not even going to try to understand that type of way of living or some shit like that. I fucked up massively and only one person corrected me. But I'm not even gonna, never mind. I'm not even going to put it out there. I'll just keep it to myself. Because, you know, real G's, we move in silence, okay? We're like lasagna, as Lil Wayne would say. Best MMA channel out there. Thank you, Wade. Yeah, this is UFC 295 pre-fight stream, which basically means we're just bullshitting the night before UFC 295. If you haven't watched my videos on 295, I think I put the playlist in the description for anyone wondering, full card predictions, anything like that. But yeah, like the stream, subscribe to the channel. If you don't, where I come from, that constitutes an ass eating. Where I come from, that constitutes an ass eating. You know? I love how you mentioned when Dana slapped his wife, he did it at 53 years old in a club in Mexico. You like how I mentioned that? And I don't even crack a smile when I say it either. That's the best part. I've been doing that every time I've ever talked about it. Dude's 53 in a club in Mexico. We going over picks? Yeah, most likely we'll go over the full card picks just briefly, like we usually do for the most part. What's up, Joey? I'm coming for the win tomorrow. I like how Fight Life came out of the woodworks. He said, "Oh shit, somebody threw in the $100 pot." I'm coming out of the woodworks. Hey, it is what it is. You got Pereira, you got Jiri. Jamal Hill should try to whoop Eric Adams now. Who's Eric Adams? That sounds familiar, but I don't know. Good day, mate. I allow you to be safe from Perth. You're welcome. The only reason you're allowed to be safe is because I allow you to be safe. Is that going to be the new... I'm going to say that. I'm going to say it to somebody. Next time somebody gives me a dirty look, I'll be like, look, the only reason you're allowed to be safe right now is because I'm allowing you to be safe because I'm chivalrous. You know? Oh, I didn't even know who Eric Adams was. Thoughts on McGregor's return at UFC 300? I'll believe it when I see it, is my thoughts. I'll believe it when I see it. So, but, yeah. We'll say if Conor McGregor doesn't show up for UFC 300, where I come from, that constitutes an ass beating, an ass whooping, an ass eating, as some would say. I can't believe UFC 295 is tomorrow. I can't believe it's not tomorrow. I mean, I can't believe it is tomorrow. I can't believe Jones Stipe's off, because I wish it was still on now, because now I know that they're going to fight in 8 months. So what's the point of just waiting 8 months for it to happen? So I was excited that it got canceled. Now I'm disappointed. So it is what it is. But guys, I will be live tomorrow for the card. I don't know. I'll try to do as much as the card as I can. I have some stuff to do tomorrow, and I might end up being late. I want it to be on for every single fight. I made a graphic for every single fight, but it all depends what time I get done, what I need to do. So I might. The goal is to be live by 6:30, so I might miss the first fight. Worst case scenario, I missed the first fight. But that's the goal. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens, boys. Do they call MSG Hulu Theater now? No, I think there's like a separate arena in MSG, if I'm not mistaken. That is the Hulu Theater. I think. Dana White said to TNT Sport that Conor and Jon Jones return at Summer that. If you had to guess, how many pay-per-views do you think 295 will sell? I personally think 200 to 300. I'll say 300 to 500, somewhere in that range. I think Pereira garnered a lot of star power from beating Adesanya. I don't know if he's that big, but I would say at least 300. But honestly, if I had to really give you a specific guess, I think it does like 400. I believe in it. I think it's a decent card, and I mean, I just think the main event is really only for hardcores. So great main and co-main, but the rest card is mid. It's not great, but it's not horrible. We had a lot of weight misses, catch weights, so annoying. I didn't even pay attention, dude. I'm like, I haven't watched 1 second of the press conference. I haven't watched 1 second of Embedded, and I haven't watched 1 second of the weigh-ins. Actually, I'm lying. I did see the clip of them staring down. So I don't know if he's that big. Pause. I still got respect for Adesanya run, and Alex did get all his clout because of him. That's true. When do you think Charles Oliveira will get his shot? If he does, it'll be probably in Saudi Arabia on March 2nd. If not, it'll be Justin Gaethje fight. I believe that Islam will be fighting on a free card in Saudi Arabia next. When do you think Charles... Okay, based on pacing of cards, won't UFC 300 be in April, May? It'll be in March or April. It should be. It should be. Because March 2nd... Or wait... Early March should be UFC 299, and they have done multiple pay-per-views in a month before. Like one at the very beginning, one at the very end. But it'll either be late March or early April be UFC 300. Islam non-pay-per-view is extremely wild. Maybe they'll somehow turn it into a pay-per-view even though it's a fight night card. But I don't know. It's a fight night card already announced in Saudi Arabia, and I just feel like the Saudis are going to pay them to bring Islam. I know it's a fight night card, dude. I already said that. That's why I said it might be a free card Islam might be fighting on. The game bred bare knuckle MMA is going crazy. I don't care for it. What's up, Joey? Can't wait till tomorrow. I agree. I can't wait. We get to see the GOAT Andrade. Andrade has literally been showing up for a paycheck. Andrade has been showing up for a paycheck left and right. Who gives a shit about Andrade? Darn Andrade. And you know what's annoying? Can the UFC get their shit together? I hate that my prediction videos are out of order because they switch around the whole order of the card. The week of the, like couple days before the fight. The whole order of the card has been shifted around. So all my content is kind of a little bit off because they shifted around the whole fucking card. Today, literally today. Watching Gamebird right now, it's disgusting. 4 out of 5 fighters taken out on stretchers. It's really that bad. That's crazy. Islam in Brazil, that'd be crazy. You hear Carlos Condit is fighting Lyoto? Ew. No, I did not hear that. Ew. I think Islam versus Charles 2 will headline UFC 300 because Connor's return until summer. That could be it. Yeah, if he doesn't fight in Saudi Arabia, he'll fight in. He'll definitely fight at 300 before Ramadan. I think. What's the order now? What are you talking about? Oh, the order of the card. Opening up the card is now main card is Lopez versus Sabatini, then Benoit Saint Denis. So those two just switched places, but all the prelims shifted around. The prelims completely shifted around. I can't even tell you. It's shifted like every other fight got switched. None of the prelims are in the order they were last week. And I'll tell you right now, I'm dreading doing predictions for the next week. And it's 14 damn fights. Can we cancel a couple of these? Lucy Pudilova versus Alien Perez. Alien Perez, I think. Nicholas Mota Trayognan, Cesar Almeida, Christian Leroy Duncan. Uros Mektic versus Johnny Parsons. Amanda Hebas, Luana Pinheiro. Peyton Talbot versus Nick Aguirre. Jordan Levitt, Chase Hooper, Jake Matthews, Michael Morales, Brendan Allen, Paul Craig. What a shit card that is. The card best week has some next week has some low key bangers. Did you see how intense Alex Yuri face-off was? I saw it on Instagram. It was every face-off they act like it's the most intense face-off ever. So many boxing people don't understand Saudi money. Experts have said that Saudi unknown guys are pretty much richer than Elon Musk and publicly known rich people. Dude, they have so much money. The oil money is crazy. I was looking into it. So the public investment fund for Saudi Arabia, right? It's worth more than you can ever imagine. So right now, the public investment fund in Saudi Arabia, which is how they pay for all this shit, is worth $700 billion. Okay? $700 billion. That's just the public investment fund. Okay? The money they have over there is different type of money. It's a whole different ballgame type of money. Like, let's look up. How much money does Saudi Arabia make? Their GDP is 1.69 trillion. Estimated. That's crazy. I mean, they have... I was reading about this before. They have the most profitable company in the history of the world, with 3.2 trillion to invest by 2030. Do you know how ridiculous that is? I mean, that's the type of money where I say something they don't like on YouTube and they can afford to hire a hitman to kill me and get away with it. They got that type of money. They got like the crazy ass, like, they make people like Musk or Bill Gates look poor. Like, what's Bill Gates' net worth? Bill Gates' net worth is $113.4 billion, according to Google. Think about it. Saudi Arabia is just their public investment fund is worth $700 billion. That's not even including all the money there. So that's 7 times the worth of Bill Gates just in the public investment fund. So, yeah, Joey, check out the Line City. I've seen it before. Yeah. They do all these mega projects just because they got money to blow. I mean, think about it. They're just pumping out free money with all the oil they have there. Peyton Talbot, Dana White's Contender Series was fire. I haven't even seen it. I don't think. Joe, why do you think Strickland beats Dricus du Plessis? Dricus just is like the worst, best fighter ever. I can't describe it. I just don't think, from what I've seen. So, from what I've seen from Dricus, I just think Sean Strickland can finish him. Sean Strickland's not going to be easy to finish. And I think he probably finds Dricus' chin. I think he has the better cardio. So unless Dricus gets him out of there early, I think Sean finishes him. What's the order now? What do you talk? Oh, the order of the thing. If Dan beats Bobby, I think UFC's plan is Hooker versus Poirier too. I don't think the UFC's planning that far in advance, dude, about what Bobby Green's gonna do. Bro, Sean ain't beating DDP. You tripping? Dude, people are way too high on DDP just because he beat a checked out Robert Whittaker. Okay, calm down. We can't grade someone just off one performance alone. When every other performance he looked like shit. All right? I gave him the credit for the performance. I don't think he's that good. All right? He's definitely good. All bets are off. I'm not counting him out by any means. But one performance, I need a bigger sample size until I believe in Dricus. I need a bigger, because every other fight he's looked like shit, even when he's won. The Robert Whittaker fight is the first time he's ever looked good in a fight in the UFC. First time ever he looked good in a fight in the UFC. The Line City is the most advanced construction project in the world. I can only imagine what type of human rights atrocities going on during that. The Line City. No one watching Game Bread, Bare Knuckle, I guess? No, absolutely not. Joe, do you think Dalby is really hitting another level at 38, or is it more the Bonfim brothers start quick and burn out? I think it'd be a mix of both. But I think Dalby's decent, you know. Debating on switching my pick to Jiri by sub. Would not shock me if Jiri subbed him. Would not shock me if it ended up being Jiri by sub. When you think about it, he subbed Glover. People, I think they look about the same size. Dude, it's crazy that Pereira was cutting down the middleweight. Pereira actually was a weight bully, and I don't even like that term. I mean, that's crazy, boys. He looks the same size as Jiri. I know people were saying Yuri's bigger. They looked exactly the same size in this picture. I don't even like DDP, but saying he beat a checked out Whitaker is such a slight. I don't mean it as a slight. I just mean there's no way. What I seen in their previous fights and then what I seen in that fight, it just doesn't. That's the only way I can reconcile it in my mind. Yeah, I understand he's finished everyone, but have you watched the fights? He almost got finished by Darren Till. He got dominated in the first round by the dead body of Derek Brunson. He was losing to Perez. He was losing to Trevin Giles. He was losing to everyone. We're very competitive at the minimum. Maybe he was edging it out slightly. Rob got 1 foot out the door. DDP was just the one to expose it. I think so. Whitaker's always kind of had his foot out the door, to be honest. So, dude, I've given him so much credit. I don't understand what you're saying. Like, oh, I have some vendetta against. No, I don't. It's just my honest thoughts. If you look at his previous fights, and then you look at that fight, that's the only way I can make sense of it. You know, full credit to Dricus. You go watch all my videos where I gave him crazy credit. I said I may even pick him over Adesanya after that performance. But cry me a fucking river if I got to express my opinion, you disagree with it. I mean, I literally am not emotionally invested in these fighters like that. Like, I just enjoy seeing the best versus the best. That's why I want a meritocracy. There's very few guys that I'm like really dying for them to win. And most of the time when I want somebody to win, it's only because of the division, how I want the division to play out. If that makes sense. But you guys can say whatever you want. It is what it is. I'm trying to take a look at something. I don't get it. Why does ESPN do this dumb shit? I don't know. So, to be honest, I think Whitaker looked decent, but used to fighting people with more respect and not chasing him down. Yeah, it could just be a stylistic flaw, but I'm just saying that's the way I reconcile it in my mind. Perez and Giles were definitely close. I don't remember which one was which, but one of them they were winning. I remember after DDP beat Whitaker, you said you'd pick Chris Curtis to beat him in the second, which had me flabbergasted. When he beat Whitaker, I said that. Dude, I thought honestly it was an easy win for Chris Curtis against Dricus. I was even telling Chris Curtis that. I thought it was an easy win. Now I'm not so sure of that. Dude, I don't know. I can't describe it. But I'm not a believer in Dricus. I just don't think it's fair that you characterize Whitaker as checked out and Jan is just as old because the person you didn't predict won the fight. What are you talking about? I said Jan is old too. I don't understand what you're saying. So I don't know what you're trying to say. What's funny is Jan did win as well. But Jan's old as hell too. Brunson was dominating the first round against DDP. I don't care what you guys say. You guys can say what you want. It's recency bias. You know, watch his Brunson fight and then be like, oh yeah, he's so good. Brunson's literally a bum, a dead body, and was dominating, easily out wrestling Dricus, easily out striking Dricus, easily taking him down. So I have to take everything into account. You know, I have to take it all into account. I can't pick a guy to be like Sean Strickland is the definition of consistent, Mr. Consistent. He may not be this crazy world beater, but time in and time out, he is consistent. And he's ready to go, and he's really good everywhere, and he's well-rounded. Versus Dricus, where we've seen him look good one time ever. You know? So there you go. I mean, the way Brunson bodied him in the grappling was crazy. Paddy Pimblett could outstrip McGregor. Jan didn't win that fight. Alex landed. Jan definitely won the fight, bro. Yeah, good one, bro. Alex was piecing Jan up on the feet. Yeah, in the second round. Then he lost the third round on the feet. He got outstruck by Jan. Old man gassed out Jan in the third and then got taken down. So, no, it didn't. You guys are delusional because Joe Rogan believed it. And that fight was garbage. Yeah, it was. Also, I get what you're saying to an extent, but really is it fair to call Brunson a dead body when he was like 4-1 in his last 5 when he fought DDP? Literally the fight before that, he got decimated by Jarrett Cannonier. So, and the guys he had beaten were up-and-comers. So it is what it is. I just believe Derek Brunson's a dead body. Jan curled up in a ball of gas versus Alex at the end. Okay. I'm glad you guys are so biased towards Alex Pereira because he beat Israel Adesanya. Uncle Rico moment. Yeah, I beat him years ago. Who do you think is a secure lock on the main card? To be honest, I am so confident in Jiri Prochazka. If it wasn't for the injury and the layoff, I would have made a video saying why is Jiri Prochazka being overlooked. If you corner is throwing in the towel and you for an MMA fight more than once, you're automatic dead body. That is true. Yeah, Brunson was done for. Brunson was done for. He was literally bodying Dricus in the first round. Bullied him. Straight up bullied him. So, remember me when Jiri gets KO'd, Joey. It doesn't matter to me one way or another. So I don't need to remember you. I'm not going to be all upset or devastated. I mean, I don't want to see really either one of the guys get KO'd, to be quite honest. I want to see them both in a bunch of compelling matchups in the future. Yuri's going to look like the second. Dude, if Jiri starts shooting in on takedowns, it's going to be easy work. Is everything all right? The with Gamebred fight, just saw a video, looked like a dude was dead on the can. I have no idea. Dude, if Jiri actually grapples tomorrow, it's going to be the easiest win of his life. I'm telling you right now, it'll be the easiest win of his life if he grapples tomorrow. But we'll see. We'll see, boys. We'll see if I'm wrong. We'll see if I'm right. I don't know. That's what makes this sport so much damn fun. Sometimes you can be right. Sometimes you can be wrong. It is what it is. It's fun, though. Alex showed great takedown defense against you. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he got taken down 3 times in 15 minutes against a non-grappler. And got dominated the entire first round in grappling. Got taken down by Andreas Michailidis. Made Israel Adesanya look like Khabib Nurmagomedov. I believe he got taken down by Bruno Silva as well. I'm like 65-35 Pereira right now. I'm like 80-20 Jiri. Dude said he had good takedown defense. That's delusional. That's straight up delusional. I'm pretty sure he's been taken down in every single fight except Sean Strickland. And I guess the Adesanya second fight. When do Tapology picks have to be in? By tomorrow at 6 p.m. or it locks. If you don't make your Tapology picks, I can't help you. So, if you're leaning a certain way, just go lock them in now and then change them tomorrow. But Tapology locks at 6 p.m. and you can't change your picks or enter any picks. It locks it all. People forgetting Jan was 3 years younger when Izzy fought him. Dude's nearly 40 now. I thought he's over 40 now. Yeah, dude, the Jan that fought Alex and the Jan that fought Izzy are totally different guys. 2 totally different dudes. Which is crazy. People act like Jan's in his prime. Jan's like 1 knockout away from a dead body. Okay? Let's be clear. He's 39 now. What? I thought he was like 41. He's 40. He's 40 years old. He's about to turn 41. He's about to turn 41. Joe, where were these Pereira stands during Glory Kickboxing? They got to think. Yeah, that's the truth. If you're either more than 70% confident for either fighter, you got some big balls. Hey, man, anything can happen, but I feel pretty good about the Jiri pick. That's all I'm saying. I'm just being honest with you. Yeah, Jan's about to turn 41. Jan has checked out since the Glover fight. Dude still beat Alex, in my opinion. Yeah, dude, also his gas tank was horrible. Just scared that Pereira gets taken. Dude, if Jiri decides to shoot, it's going to be an easy win. Yeah, and Yuri's the same size, if not bigger. Yan's still good. A dead body. He's fighting top 5 guys and winning and having close fights. Yeah, I think Jan's still all right, you know. But I think he's on his way out. I think that's all I'm trying to say here. I'm 60-40 Jiri. Can't count out Alex. Fair enough. I don't know if I'm able to handle if Alex gets sparked for the second time in 8 months. I'm surprised. Honestly, if it's not an elevation, I think Jan probably sparks him. Where's Dominic Reyes? He's 6 feet from the edge. And he's thinking maybe 6 feet isn't so far down. And he said, hold me now. Rakic will beat Jan. Rakic will easily beat Jan, in my opinion. He would have beat him the first time if he didn't get injured. But it is what it is. So, what happened with Hector Lombard? Apparently they reversed it. Let's see what happened here. They DQ'd Lombard and then they re-put him back in there. Apparently they DQ'd him and then they ruled it back to a TKO. Dude pretended like he got hit in the back of the head. They really DQ'd him? I'm done. Hector Lombard was beating the piss out of him. Hector was beating the piss out. So they DQ'd him? That's crazy. Dude showed up and got the shit beat out of him. And he didn't even need any back of the head shots, really. That's crazy. Dude got stretchered out. So he got DQ'd, but then they changed it back. I'm done. So who else is on this card? They got Roy Nelson as the main. I'm done. Roy Nelson's the main event. I'm fucking done. Diego Lopez by Boston Crab, I agree. Apparently they overturned it now. It's a legal TKO win. That's crazy. Chase Sherman's on the card. I don't even know how to pronounce this dude he's fighting, but dude looks like Dontel Mays. I can't believe all these guys, old UFC guys on here. Game bred, bare knuckle MMA. Yeah, I'm watching Kentucky State Fair clips is what you should have said. Yeah, I'm literally gassed out so bad against Alex. Jiri isn't going to gas out. Agreed. I think Jiri puts him to sleep badly. So, people going to remember that Glover was beating Jiri in their fight. Glover deserves more respect getting the belt so late. Fair enough. If Jiri subs Alex, I need an apology from the chat. I don't think it's a bad pick. Which Hector fight you're talking about, Henderson? No, just some random bullshit fight. You really want to see Perry versus Alvarez? I don't. Buddy mauled Jan in that second round. I think that's a bit of an exaggeration, but okay. Trinaldo fights some dude who snapped his leg in Gamebred. It's the only fight I watched. Oh, somebody broke their leg at Gamebred? I can't believe MMA fans will just watch anything, to be honest. All right, Connor just tweeted something out. Let's see what he said. I promised the UFC would never even have announced to me who I am fighting. They could do a surprise announcement out of nowhere, a date, an opponent, completely out of the blue, absolutely anyone at any time, and I'd be in the gym prepping tactics for it. This is legally binding. What is he even talking about? Does anyone even know what he's talking about? He's probably just drunk tweeting. But yeah, nah, Joey, I'm picking Jiri too. Styles make fight, and Alex has never fought yeah. Dude, if they go to war, if this doesn't end in the first round, they go to war, right? How can you not take Jiri? You know what I mean? He didn't finish on. So if they go to war, I have to take Jiri, and I think they're going to go to war. Dontel Mays is from Kentucky, so he probably knows when the state fair starts. Fair enough. Let's see. I've picked all of Jiri's fights correct, I believe. At least ones that I remember that I picked, which is only 3 fights, but right. So I picked him to beat Glover. I picked him to beat Dominic Reyes. Yeah, and I picked him to beat Volkan Ozdemir. So I got a 100% pick ratio for Jiri Prochazka. I'm at a 100% pick ratio for Jiri Prochazka. But every laws of percentages, you're bound to lose eventually. You think it ends in round 1, so you have to go to Pereira? It wouldn't shock me if someone gets brutally KO'd in round 1. I mean, I don't think Glover's not going to transfer his grappling skills. And also, Jiri could have gotten better than ever in his time off, People got to remember styles make fights. MMA math doesn't work. Very 100% true. If they go to war, I'm picking Jiri 100%. Guys, tell me with a straight face you pick Alex over Glover. It depends what Glover is now. But the last Glover we saw would easily beat Pereira. Glover would finish Pereira badly. Well, there goes Michael Chandler's shot at Connor. What did that even mean? What did that tweet even mean? I thought he was just trying to say I fight. Darren Till trained with Hamza. I remember when everyone was making a big deal about that. Any version of Glover finishes Pereira. Yeah, but I don't know if he's completely stopped training and is a super old man. I honestly think Jiri will win, but I'm rooting for Alex. Fair enough. Fuck it, I'm changing my pick to Jiri. I think Jiri gets it done, man. I think he gets it done. I got Jiri and Pavlovich. Well, the best part is, guys, we get to watch it live tomorrow. Right in front of this camera that I'm sitting in front of right now. We will be watching the fights tomorrow. Alex improves every fight with grappling. That's a bit debatable, but okay. What should be co-main event UFC 300 if Connor's main event? I don't know. I have no idea. Jiri was trembling today? Yeah. Alex is 36. I think he's 37 or going on 38. Jiri could pull a Plessis and still find a sub on Alex. Then we got opposite picks. I'm going Pereira and Aspinall. So. Second round rear naked choke. Write it down. That'd be crazy. Imagine Jiri gets a flying armbar in the first round. Mark my words, Poetan with, I don't know what that means, his way through him. Okay. I'll take your word for it, bro. I would pick Aspinall. I can't pick him on short notice. I cannot pick him on short notice. I just can't do it. Where Pavlovich has been training this whole time. That's why I can't pick Aspinall. UFC 300 main event, McGregor, Chandler. Wouldn't it be hilarious if they get McGregor on the same card as Chandler, but they're not fighting each other? UFC 300 main event, McGregor versus Chandler, co-main Gaethje Poirier 3, featured fight Costa Chimaev. That'd be a banger. Aspinall's new nickname is the Honey Badger. Okay, calling it right now. I'm thankful that live streams don't have a voice chat. We wouldn't be able to understand this dude Joe in chat because Pereira's meat is lodged so far down his throat. That is true. Pav versus Overeem happened so long ago. JJ was in his dad's nutsack. I like how Fries is stealing my jokes when he was literally swimming around in his own dad's nutsack back then too. Dude, that fight was so long ago. Is Jiri even going to try to grapple? 100%. He's going to mix in the grappling. He's not going to be desperate to grapple, but he's going to grapple. He knows he's coming back from an injury, and he knows that's the path of least resistance. Chandler has wasted so much time waiting for Conor. I know. If he doesn't get it, that's going to be the biggest FU in the world. Oh, he's going to start crying and whining and crying and whining. I'm telling you right now. Chandler's going to be devastated if he doesn't get that fight. He's going to be outright devastated, guys. He's going to be like, oh no. Oh no. Conor, I sniffed your ass for 2 years. He's going to be like, you know what, Conor McGregor? You never fought someone that's the most electrifying fighter in the UFC, and you damn sure never fought anyone that sees red. I'll take you into the NBA Finals bathroom. See you at the top. That'll be Chandler. Chandler wasted the prime of his career. Dude ruined his career sitting out for 2 years waiting for a fight that he's never going to get. If Chandler doesn't get the fight, he should still get an L on his record. Dude, Chandler is an embarrassment. Chandler is an embarrassment. Am I wrong? Why are we putting stock in a fight that happened legit 5 years ago? That's true. It's not a bad impression. Yeah. You want to fight the most electrifying? Dude, Conor's impression of Chandler was fucking funny. And I usually don't even find Conor funny like that. I've said from the beginning I didn't think that fight was happening this year. Isn't it crazy that fight was announced at the beginning of this year? Imagine Chandler waits as long as Stipe, 3.5 years to get a fight. Michael Chandler goes free for full Chris Benoit. That'd be crazy. Imagine if that fight just never happens. I'm going to fucking die. You know what I find funny, by the way, guys? And I see all these MMA websites doing it. And I think it's corny as hell. Like they know their audience. They know the audience of MMA fans literally get no girls. Because all I see is that I don't see any clips of anything else. I see clips. Mackenzie Dern's weigh-in. Tabitha Ritchie's weigh-in. How come every fight card I'm not seeing a Verna Janaroba weigh-in? Like, the shit's embarrassing. They're just using it to drive traffic. Oh, yeah, let's post a clip of Mackenzie Dern's weigh-in because these dudes are just sitting at home beating their dick all day long every day. Just never talked to a woman in their entire life. Did anybody else notice that? I noticed that every Mackenzie Dern fight week I see, like, Instagram posts. Oh, Mackenzie Dern hits the scales. Like, come on, dudes. Are you guys that desperate? Are you guys really that desperate? Imagine Chandler versus Conor's booked, and near the end of Chandler's camp, they let him know Poirier versus McGregor is instead happening. He has to fight Arman or he's cut. Or better yet, Chandler McGregor's booked. 2 weeks out, Chandler tears his ACL. Could you imagine? Conor's an embarrassment too. I don't think he beats anyone in the top 5 at 155 or 170. Agreed. No doubt that's why Nina Drama is so popular. But I just find it embarrassing, like MMA Fighting and shit, or post MMA Junkie and whatnot, are posting this just because they want to get some easy clicks from the incel MMA fan base. That's it. So it's embarrassing. Dominic Reyes versus Anthony Smith in the first UFC coffin match. I want to see Dom Reyes, Alexander Gustafsson. I want to see that. Is this a per MMA uncensored banger? Basically. I think Chandler would still fight it if he tore his ACL. Yeah, he would have to. But what if he can't walk? What if there's no way to hide the injury? Well, that's the thing. That's the risk you run when you wait literally years or a long time to book a fight. Then you risk an injury ruining it. Look at Conor Leon. That's been 9 months in the works. It may end up with an injury and someone may pull out. They'll crawl into the cage. He'll be like, Conor, let me sniff your feet. Dom Reyes versus Bob Orlou, Sabral at this point. I wonder if Dom Reyes is on the cusp of retiring. Imagine how depressing that's got to be. Imagine how depressing that's got to be. Dude went from almost beating John Jones to become the light heavyweight champ, to literally getting KO'd like every single fight since then, basically. As Dominic Reyes went to decision once since that fight? I mean, could there be a worse fall off than Dominic Reyes? Imagine, yeah. He's been finished all 3 times since that John Jones fight. And he was undefeated prior. Damn, dude hasn't won since October of 2019. It's been 4 years since Dominic Reyes got a win. 4 years. 4 fucking years since Reyes got a win. Holy shit. I feel bad for Dominic Reyes. Dom Reyes, Jiri too. Stop. Just stop right now. What's crazy is that was a competitive fight. I remember live streaming that. Joey, do you think Dom Reyes beats Jones? Do you think Dom Reyes beat Jones? I think it was close. I think it could have went either way. Last win was Chris Weidman, I know. All Reyes losses are brutal too, I know. The way he went down against Jiri was nasty. I thought Dom won 3-2. Those judges didn't fuck me, I'd still be champion. Sounds like Uncle Rico. I thought I thought it could have been 3-2 either way. I like how Benji's listening to the stream 41 minutes in delay. Because he's talking about shit we talked about. Someone type in the chat and let Benji know to skip to live. Because the messages he's sending is coinciding with like the first 5 minutes of the stream. Ryan Spence sniped him with a jab and then a back of the head shot. There should have been an appeal. There should have been an appeal to a no contest. There should have been an appeal. Imagine arguably beating the greatest fighter to ever live and then getting finished 3 times back to back. Yeah. You're saying coach would have put me in 4th quarter, we would have took States. If you think O'Malley lost to Cheeto and you don't think Reyes beat Jones, you're dumb. Oh, okay. I guess I'm dumb. Fuck. I don't even know what you're talking about. Cheeto finished O'Malley, you dumb bitch. So you're the fucking idiot. Cheeto slumped him out cold multiple times. Sergey's a full camp. Tom only has 2 weeks. How will Tom win? It'll have to be by submission. It'll have to be by sub. I don't think he wins, though. I think he gets finished badly in the first round. Yeah, Benji, I could tell by the messages you were sending. I told everyone, let you know in the chat. Did anyone even notice the thumbnail that I did for this? I made the fighters kind of cartoonish. It's actually hard to see from a distance, kind of. So you might not even be able to see it, which is crazy. Yeah, you can't even really see it from a distance. So I wasted my time doing that. I thought it'd be cool to make that effect. But it doesn't even matter. Let's see. UFC 295 pre-fight. Let's go live. Boom. You can kind of see it if you search it and find it. You can kind of see it. Damn. That's wild, boys. That's straight up wild. The shit I'm seeing is wild right now. Talk about dead. Talk about dead. That's fucking nuts. Damn. For that type of subscriber base, that's dead. Nah, it's not noticeable. I noticed it. Tom Aspinall never looks like he's in great shape, to be honest. I mean, he is, but I'm just saying it's not like he's not looking like Uberim ever. I can see it's like a poster. Yeah, I did that just to be a little bit different. Just to be a little bit different. Imagine beating Jones and then getting flatlined by Superman Span. That is true. I need a reaction cam when Bisbang slumps him. Yeah. Diego Lopez, Ilia Taporio would be crazy. I meant Ian, I just woke up, my bad. It sounds like you're an idiot, is what your bad is. Maybe add more shade layers. Now, I did a bunch. I looked up a tutorial to do it, and I did it to each individual photo. And I thought it looked pretty sick. Like, if you look at this, let me see if I can do this. Hold on. Studio mode, Image. Let's see if I can add an image. Where's image? Image. Browse. Downloads. See if this works. Okay. It's just not enough, I guess, because they're shrunk down so much you can't really see them. Oh, shit. Like, look at this. That's kind of what it looks like. It got a little, like, oil painting to it. Look. I thought it was just kind of cool. You know? I thought it was kind of cool. I could eventually do emojis like that. Or emotes, whatever you want to call them, for Discord members. I could take regular photos and kind of change them up like that. And do something like that. But yeah, let's get out of this. Remember the ending to Walker versus Spann? That shit was hilarious. I don't even remember. I remember they were falling all over each other. Wasn't Spann like chasing him down, overswung, fell, and then they got submitted or some shit? You should Photoshop yourself in Jamal Hill's corner. I'll do it. I'll do it somehow. I consider Dom's fall off worse than Tony's, but the losses to Patty will probably change. Dude, I don't know. At least Tony's not getting flatlined every fight. How do you rate Dan Henderson's career? I'm thinking of ordering his book. I think he's got a pretty good career. I mean, how much could the book possibly be? Just buy it. If you think it's interesting. Dan Henderson was a savage. He should have left as the middleweight champion, too. He beat Bisping, in my opinion. They got rocked at the same time. Spann shot a sloppy shot and got KO'd. I don't even remember it. I'll have to look it up. Which was the one where Spann over... Oh, that was against Anthony Smith. He was swinging big wild shots, missed one, fell to the ground, and got submitted right afterwards. Connor's posting no send on Twitter. What do you mean? What do you mean by that? All he did was post a picture of himself. I don't get it. Hey, I have a complaint. Why didn't you put fighters' pictures when you say moving on to the next fight? Because I just didn't have time to make a picture for every single fight. I did it for all the main card fights. I need to watch Spann's fight catalog because he's got some more funny fights. Yeah, Superman Spann lighting it up in MSG was a good one. I'll fight whoever UFC sends me. Okay, I saw that. Yeah, we already saw that. 2 Warriors, 1 will do a nut shot, I think. Hill versus Walker was a brutal KO. Yeah, it was nasty. You're saying Ray clearly won the first 3 rounds if you rewatch it. Now, I think you could make an argument for John taking round 3. It was a close fight. It wasn't really all that great in general. It was kind of lackluster. But I have no problem if you think Ray has won. I just had a dream Jiri knocked out Alex out cold. It's going to happen. Calling it now, Pereira versus Jiri ends in a no contest due to a brutal eye poke. Oh, my God. Please don't even say that. Please don't even say that. Joe, I doubt you played the new UFC 5, but the graphics are... I don't care about graphics. Graphics are secondary to actual gameplay, and EA Sports is the worst fucking company ever. They don't know how to do shit. They're a dog shit company that don't do shit to fix anything ever. I hate EA Sports. I agree with Joey on a lot of shit, but we most agree when Jan getting robbed, I'm still pissed. Yeah, it was a joke. It was an absolute joke. An absolute joke. If Cheeto wins, who do you think they'll do next for him? Hope you're having a good night. I don't know. They'll probably give Marab the shot at that point. I don't know. It's hard to say. But they might even give O'Malley a rematch. It wouldn't shock me. If Spann took the sport seriously, he would be a problem. He admitted to not training. Dude, he looked horrible in the fight against Smith. UFC not Islam, then who would potentially headline UFC Saudi Arabia? I have no idea. Another Muslim fighter. I have a feeling Islam's going to headline Fight Night card. They're going to pay him a shit ton of money. Saudi Arabia's got bank to spend. I mean, why do you think Saudi Arabia's got boxing events? They got WWE, they got the UFC coming. They got money. They can buy the whole world, basically. They could, if they wanted to, they could buy the entirety of the UFC. Right now. Marab with 50-40, Vera, agreed. They would definitely give O'Malley a rematch if he loses. Wouldn't shock me. The much-needed trilogy. I thought Merab was fighting Henry Cejudo, or was that fight news? Yeah, but that's supposed to happen in January, supposedly. January, February. The Cheeto O'Malley was a close decision for sure. Yeah, it was a very close decision. I just hate the take that Rogan had for Jones-Reyes fight last 2 rounds. Dude, Rogan's a casual idiot. He says dumb shit all the time. I don't know why people like bow down to him like his MMA opinions are the holy grail of everything. So, yeah, that's my thoughts. Sean O'Malley out-grapples Charles Oliveira. No, absolutely not. Rob said he wanted Cejudo in March so he can be the backup. They're not going to do that. If Cheeto pulls out, they're rescheduling it. They're rescheduling it. If O'Malley pulls out, they're rescheduling it. I'm telling you right now. You think UFC would make O'Malley fight Merab on short notice? No way. No fucking way. No how. Never, ever, 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 ever. Guys, do me a favor. Like the stream. Run up the likes on the stream. And if you're not subscribed, go subscribe right this second. We'll be live tomorrow for the fights too. We'll be live tomorrow for the fights, so make sure you subscribe. I'll be going live around 6, somewhere between 6 and 7 tomorrow. So, Usyk, a future champ. That's a little bit getting carried away. I just realized Conor's the last lightweight to become champ by beating the champ. That is kind of true. Because Islam, technically, Oliveira wasn't champ when he beat him. But yeah, it basically was anyway. O'Malley versus Sandhagen is the most entertaining fight. I think O'Malley would easily get out-grappled in that one and outstruck by Sandhagen. Do you think it's crazy to think that Conor's next fight will be at lightweight? I don't think anything's crazy at this point. Anything's possible. Anything is possible. You never know. I wouldn't necessarily think one way or another. Could be, could not be. It's hard to say, my friend. It's hard to say. Because for all we know, he's going to fight at middleweight. That wouldn't shock me either. That genuinely wouldn't shock me either. I seriously can't stand O'Malley. Fair enough. I think a lot of people think he's annoying. Do you think it's crazy to think that Conor... Okay, I read that. Paddy Pimblett flatlines Tony Ferguson. Oh, God, no. Oh, God, no. Please, no. That'd be the worst thing ever. That would genuinely be the worst thing ever. Could you imagine if that happens? Oh, my goodness. That'd be horrific. That would be absolutely horrific. I hope that doesn't happen. I hope that doesn't end up happening. I'd be outright disgusted, disturbed, annoyed. But it is what it is. That's what happens. That's the way it goes sometimes. That's the fight game. But I'm praying Tony wins. That'll be the best reaction ever. If Tony wins, that'll be the best reaction ever from me, I think. Because I'll be so hyped if Tony pulls it off against Paddy and ends the hype train of Paddy, which isn't even really a hype train. It's a manufactured hype train by the UFC. So I hope and pray that absolute destruction of Paddy Pimblett by Tony Ferguson. That'd be sick. That'd be downright sick, my friends. You'll literally jump off a cliff if Paddy KOs Tony. That would hurt. Do you have 4.8K likes on stream or YouTube page busted? No, I do not. I do not have that many likes. No. Per MMA Uncensored, Yuri's out. Lionheart steps in. Could you imagine? Hey, Joe, I'm going to Miami soon to get striking classes from Juliana Pena. Wish me luck. I wish you luck, my friend. What if Tony gets robbed? I'll be pissed. I'll be straight up pissed. That'd be so annoying. If Tony wins, but he gets robbed, that'd be the worst possible outcome. Per Bird MMA, okay. All right. What's crazy is I wonder how many MMA YouTube channels there are now. I mean, there was already a lot when I started. So, I wonder how many there is. I wish we could know the answer to that. I would love to know. I click on like small MMA YouTube channels and let them play through. I don't really listen to them. And now I get recommended quite a few. But it kind of stopped now because I'm looking through right now and I don't see that many. Because I started clicking on these like biking channels. Damn, that's actually a great thumbnail. I always look at just different thumbnails of everything. So, damn, that's crazy. I'm going to make a channel and make a fake beef with Jiri MMA for views. Have you ever thought about actually making a channel? Okay, but who saw the Mackenzie Dern weigh-in? We all did. That's all the MMA media post. Days, you need to chill. The UFC was wrong to take Tony's interim title where he could have just elevated to undisputed. Yeah, it's annoying. He should have been undisputed champ. Shavkat is welterweight champ in 2024. I'm with you. Yeah, Majin needs to start a YouTube channel for sure. So, he can start a fake beef with Jiri MMA for views. I don't know how well it'll view, but it'd be pretty funny. It would be pretty damn funny. Damn, some of these thumbnails people put together are pretty damn good. I feel like the best thumbnails are super simple. Damn, look at this. I'm looking at a thumbnail for Jiri versus Pereira, and damn, it is filthy. I feel like you get too overcomplicated, though, and it gets too crazy. Sean Strickland versus Elwood Dalton was the fight to make. I agree. Hi, Joey. Hi. I would like to make a channel, but I don't have your consistency. Did you always have consistency, or is it only for certain things? You don't need to have this consistency, dude. You just need to start off small. Start off small and just build on it and get better. You don't have to worry. Don't worry about views. Everyone wants a lot of views to start off, and it's never going to happen. You know? So just make a channel. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. Second best time is right now. So that's the way to go. And just do it. And don't worry about what anyone says. And don't worry about the number of views. And don't worry about anything. Just do it and get better at it. Post when you have time. That's what Jiri does. What happened more recent? Dom Reyes wins or Joey seen his baby peen? I don't know. You have to ask your mother. You have to ask your mother. Yeah, you can definitely overcomplicate thumbnails and make them look jank and disconnected. If you upload once a week, that's more than good enough. Yeah, just do it. I find it odd that Dan Hooker was offered a fight with Tony Ferguson, but now he's fighting Bobby Green. Yeah, I don't know. I guess Bobby Green got a win over Grant, and now he's top ranked. Top 15 ranked. Gaethje would brutalize Patty. Oh, my God. Gaethje would... Could you imagine what Gaethje would do to Patty Vimlet? That'd be an utter destruction. That'd be a fucking destruction, boys. That'd be an outright brutal beating. Prayers for Amir Albazi. Beyond that. I cannot believe it's fitting to be Christmas, boys. Does it not? Who remember? I know I've mentioned this a couple times. Who remembers? Not that long ago, we were like, "Yeah, I can't wait for March. March is gonna be amazing. Can't wait for March." I mean, that's crazy. Can't wait for UFC 285. I think it was. Yeah, 285, 286 were like 2 weeks apart. Can't wait for that. And then sure enough, it's just nuts now. Like it's crazy that can happen. Volkov versus Aspinall was back in March of last year. That's crazy. Yeah, that was a banger card. Ew. Isn't it crazy? I can't believe how fast time has gone by. I'm looking at different fight cards. We had Muniz Allen in February. Then we had a break. No, we didn't have a break. We went right to Jones Gone. Then we went to Jan versus Dvalishvili. Dvalishvili, I think is how you actually say it. Edwards Usman 3. Vera Sandhagen. Pereira Adesanya 2. Damn, that month was sick. Blades Pavlovich. Damn, that's crazy. We had that banger of Dern versus Hill on May 20th. That's wild. That's wild. I don't know where the time went, but here we are. All I want for Christmas is Jones versus Ngannou. I agree. Who wins the Anshu Jubilee that fought Breeden or Tony Ferguson? Anshu Jubilee. I remember talking about Adesanya Pereira 1 and how it could be boring. I don't even... Dude, it's crazy. I remember how much shit... Who remembers how much shit I took for picking Adesanya by finish in the rematch? Remember, it was a Friday night before pay-per-view, just like tonight. And I took a lot of shit for picking Adesanya by KO. I took a lot of fucking shit. It was one of my most controversial picks, and I ended up getting it spot on. Damn, that felt good. I took a lot of shit for picking Jones, too. Let's see what the Tapology pick had. UFC 285. What's going on here? Why is my keyboard not working right now? Oh, here we go. I feel like it was like 50-50-ish. No, it was 62-38 for Jones. The Jones hate was funnier. Dude, I got a lot of shit for the Jones pick, but I don't feel like the Jones pick was that controversial. I feel like, it was just the chat was crazy. Whatever happened to Jackson, he pops in every once in a while. But yeah, I was getting a lot of shit. The pre-fight stream the day before. And people were telling me I was a clown. Live stream before the card was crazy. I went back in the early days watching your channels, prediction video, and saw that. Hold on. I went back in my early days of watching your channel, watching that prediction video, and saw that pick and thought, damn, this guy's worth watching. Which pick are you talking about? Adesanya Pereira or John Jones? Which one are you talking about, Vincent? Dude was riding Gone and lost in 2 minutes. Everyone that was dissing you, them motherfuckers never came back, I know. Adesanya Pereira, too. That is like my Uncle Rico moment. I'll be pointing to that for years. I'll be like, yeah, check out my pick. That was a great pick. How much is Islam Conor will sell? It's kind of like Khabib Conor. It would sell massively. Has anyone ever clowned you for a pick that you got right and actually came back after the fact? I don't remember. Maybe, maybe not. I don't really remember. I can't say for sure, one way or another. Do not forget your legendary Masvidal pick. I will not. I'm still here. I've just been lurking a lot lately. My head hasn't been right since I saw your x-ray of Victor Henry's nutsack. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. You're just lurking around. Look, I don't know if you watched last night, but where I come from, skipping streams, that constitutes an ass eating. All right? What's your prediction for Daytona 500? I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Jones Gone made no sense to me watching it live. It was like Gone never tried to wrestle before the fight. I guess light heavyweight wrestling is just much better. Could be. What are your favorite picks that you got wrong? What do you mean by favorite picks that I got wrong? My Abuse pick, because I was damn near right and everyone was betting against me, but I was wrong. My Masvidal pick over Colby. Almost came to fruition, boys. It almost came to fruition. I said, look, Colby's easily going to out-grapple him, but I think Masvidal can clip him on the feet and KO him. So that's what I said. I also picked Jan to beat Pereira. So I'm sure there was a couple good ones where I was like, where it was close and I didn't really care. You picked Masvidal against Colby too, and I was almost right. Boys. He clipped him. I said I'll clip him. I said if it goes long, he'll get out grappled. But what's funny is actually live where Jamal comes from, Grand Rapids, Michigan. Wait a second. Is that where he's from? Is that exactly where he's from? I just want to make sure because let me take a look. Why can't I find that anywhere? Based fighters. Because I'm confused. I swear that Jamal Hill was from Detroit. And then I realized he's from Chicago. So which is it? Does anybody know the story behind that? Does anyone know that? Because I felt like a dumbass because I said, we get it, you're from Detroit. But then I was looking up something after that and I seen it said Chicago. And I was like, oh, I remember him talking about Chicago. So which is it? Can somebody fill me in? You picked Poirier over Gaethje at 291 too. That I did. Pat Matthews, thank you for the $4.99 super chat, my friend. If Islam Conor do actually fight, do you see Islam beating Conor worse than Khabib did? Might be a hot take. I could see Conor getting a KO. I think that Islam absolutely wrecks Conor badly. Probably finishes him in the first round. I think he probably finishes him in the first round. Conor could clip him, but who knows? Who knows? Oh, he moved from Detroit. Okay. So I'm not an idiot. I swore he was from Detroit, and then I looked it up, and I was like, wait a second, what? So, but thank you for the $5, Pat Matthews. I appreciate it. I think the UFC is trying to put that fight together. I think they're going to let Conor get one win. And I think they're going to let Conor get one win and give him a title shot. Yeah, I found an article here. Grand Rapids base fighter Jamal Hill wins UFC title. So I was right then. Okay, I felt like a dumbass. Because I'm saying he's from Detroit, but he's from Chicago. They showed a bunch of Grand Rapids footage on the last Hill pay-per-view, and I was like, holy shit, I can't believe our little city is getting some nice footage like this. I bet you it was some nice drone footage. I love that B-roll footage of like cities. Yeah, he was from Chicago, but moved to Grand Rapids at the age of 12. So did he move from Chicago or did he move to Chicago? Which is it? Can someone actually get the answer for me? Born in Chicago, moved to Detroit. Okay, so I was right then. I can see Islam getting KO'd by Conor, dude. You haven't seen Conor win a fucking fight in 17 years. You think all of a sudden he's going to KO the best guy in the UFC right now? So it's born in Chicago, moved to Detroit. Damn. He'll embarrass himself. Yeah, I'm in the minority apparently. I'm in the minority who believes that. I'm in the minority who believes that. I'm just a guy who thinks it was embarrassing. Nobody beats motivated McGregor except Dustin. Yeah. Conor's beyond washed at this point. Agreed. Dude, if Conor were to KO Islam, that'd be the worst thing ever. I'd throw up immediately. I'd literally throw up immediately. I'd be rooting so hard for Islam Makhachev in that potential fight. So I would literally throw up on camera. I'd be sick because Conor's never defended that belt. And he's just going to be Uncle Rico. Oh, I became champion again. Blah, 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 blah. And it would be the worst thing ever. Please don't even say that. Chandler would swoop in and save Conor? Probably. Hill went to Detroit to join again. Okay, stop. Anyone who threatens violence over words is a moron. Agreed. Joey, why even put that out there? I know. That would ruin the lightweight division. Yeah, I agree. McGregor's the type of guy to pull off some shit like that. Yeah, they try to rig it somehow. They try to rig it somehow. That's the way it goes, my friend. That'd be sick. Damn. Let's be real. Conor has never lost a fight. Yeah, that's true. I would love if Conor won against Islam. It would be anarchy, but unfortunately, that would make Khabib better than Islam. I don't know. I don't know what would happen. It would just be disturbing. I would hate it. What if Conor wins? I would be joyful because it's a DDP moment. Stop. Just stop. He would never defend the belt, and he would just claim he's the best of all time. I'm telling you, the UFC wants to make that fight. What's your pick in Chandler versus Conor? I got to go Chandler by KO. Chandler's literally at the gym working out every day. Meanwhile, Conor's just snorting coke and hanging out with men, other grown men on his yacht and leaning over him. Conor over here, like he's getting destroyed on the ground by Poirier, and his fan base will swear he beats Islam. That is true. I can see UFC banning IV for Islam's fight probably to make it hard on Islam. Wouldn't doubt it. Hypothetical Dillashaw versus Figgy at bantamweight. Who wins? The version of Dillashaw from right now, I'd go Figgy. Arrows embarrassed himself, though he acts like he can fight. I've never heard him act like he can fight. I wonder how many casuals were shocked to see Conor get whooped by Khabib. Like they thought Conor was the greatest thing ever, and he got tapped out. To a neck crank, too. That's the best part. That is the best fucking part, to a neck crank. Boy, was that hilarious. A fucking neck crank. Imagine if Conor tapped Khabib to a neck crank. Imagine if that happened. How many title defenses do you see Islam having? Quite a few. And then going up to welterweight. I'll say it like 4 or 5. And then going up. Jiri versus Hill, I think Hill would take it. I lean slightly Hill. Because Hill doesn't have like horrible grappling like someone like Pereira does. What was your pick for the Khabib-Conor fight? Khabib by sub. Khabib might not show his fate in Dagestan if it happened again. Khabib might actually come back and whoop him. Joey, hear me out. If Conor does coke and Chandler brown noses him, then they're both on coke. That is true. I know you didn't have the channel at the time, but anyone give you shit for picking Khabib, like a friend or something? One of my buddies who used to watch more regularly wanted to bet me like $500, and he was confident Conor was going to win. And I wanted to take the bet, but I said, look, dude, I'm very, very confident. I'm not turning down this bet out of any fear at all. But it's not going to feel right taking 500, and it's just going to cause hard feelings, so I'm going to turn it down. So, Joey has receipts of the Conor Khabib pick. I do have receipts. I also have receipts for Diaz over Conor in the first fight. So, it was. I think I even picked Khabib by 4th round sub, but I can't remember if it was the round by now. I didn't regret not taking the bet. I knew he was going to win, dude. I would have been. If I would have had the channel you would have seen, I'd be like, this is an easy pick. This is one of the easiest picks I've ever made in my entire life. I knew Khabib was going to literally demolish him. I did not turn down the bet for any fear of anything. It would have been awkward. I wish I was a hardcore fan when Conor and Khabib were active. Conor was never really active when he became once Conor became a star, he really was never active again. You know? You should have told him yeah, and then after Khabib whooped him, tell him to keep it. That's what I should have done. But then it's like I'm the only one taking a risk here, you know? But Lopez versus Sabatini, I think Lopez via uncommon sub. I don't know, dude. Sabatini has really good jiu-jitsu. I also picked Diaz over Conor in the first fight and picked Conor over Diaz in the second fight. That felt good. I picked Diaz in both of them, and I thought Diaz won both of them. I mean, the featherweight Conor, yeah, but he was never really active there. I mean, I guess he was. You're right. When he was on his way up, he was pretty confident. If you were so confident, then it ain't a risk. True. I should have just took like 100 of it. Be like, you keep the other 400. Habib he's not super active. He was always fighting like once or twice a year. And he was injured a lot. People don't remember Habib was injured for a couple years, just left and right. Torn ACLs. He pulled out of multiple fights with Cowboy Cerrone at one point in time. So Habib, we got kind of robbed of his full career as well. Lopez by KO, man. Sabatini's literally dog shit on the feet. I could see Sabatini just taking Lopez down and holding him down. There's going to be some crazy scrambles, but I could see him getting it done. Tiramisu giving away the underground pick. Okay, the underground pick. Should we go through our picks? You guys want me to go through the full card picks real quick? Should I go through the full card picks? Yes or no? Do you want me to re-go through UFC 295 full card picks? Right quick? Let me know. Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no, boys? Let me pull up Tapology real quick. Because usually we go over them. Yes. All right. Starting off with the first fight of the evening, we have Dennis Bazookia versus Jamal Emmers. I don't remember how to pronounce his name. Emmers has some good grappling. We've seen Bazookia out-grappled by Sean Woodson in his UFC debut. Emmers is rangy on the feet. I think Emmers gets it done by decision. I think he'll teep to the body, get takedowns, out-grapple him, control him, beat him up a little bit. And I think Bazookia relies on his power. If he doesn't find a kill shot, he's not winning. And we've seen Emmers fight Jack Jenkins in his last fight. Should have won that fight. So I have to go Jamal Emmers via decision. All right, next up, Joshua Van versus Kevin Borjas. Joshua Van looked really good against Zalgalal Sumagulov in his bowl cut. Has good striking, good aggression, kind of well-rounded. Hasn't fought the best competition, but not horrible competition, but not great competition. He's 22 years old. Kevin Borjas, coming off of Dana White's Contender Series, left his chin out there to be had quite a few times. Relies on his boxing. I think that Joshua Van gets it done. I just think you look at him, he's got decent takedown defense. He showed it against Zumagulov. He's got a great jab. And I think he pulls it off. And I think he has more power. And I think Borjas gets too aggressive on the feet with the boxing. And I'm going Joshua Van first round KO. I think Van's a lot bigger. I think Borjas will probably drop. Wait a second. They're already flyweights? Damn, Borjas is smaller than Van. I noticed that when I was watching tape. So I think the size disadvantage, I think there's going to be a power discrepancy. I'm going Joshua Van via KO. If you look at his, let me check this real quick. Yeah, 7 of the 8 wins by Joshua Van are via finish. So I'm going Van first round KO. Moving up, we have Kyung Ho Kong versus John Castaneda. Kong got out-grappled by Ronnie Yaya a year and a half ago. Doesn't have the best striking. Has okay striking. Slumped Christian Quintiones in his last fight, or actually hurt him badly on the feet, then submitted him. But Quintiones was landing good shots on the feet first. John Castaneda, last fight against Muin Gafarov, won via decision. Castaneda is just kind of a dog, like a mediocre dog, where he just... he's decent everywhere. He's never going to give up. The stamina is decent. Can set a high pace. And Kong just doesn't have that ability. If it gets into a scrappy war, John Castaneda is definitely going to win. And I also think Castaneda has the better grappling. And I think also Castaneda has a striking advantage as well. Plus, he'll be pressuring. I'm going John Castaneda second round, TKO. Moving up on the card, we have Jarrett Gordon versus Mark Madsen. What a weird fight to pick. Madsen has some okay power. He has some good wrestling, some top control. Gordon's well-rounded, but look, Gordon got KO'd by Bobby Green, even though it was a head clash. Got lost to Paddy Pimblett. And even having a fight where you could possibly rob against Paddy Pimblett's embarrassing. His last one was against Leonardo Santos, lost to Grant Dawson. I think Mark Madsen takes him down, beats him up. I think it'll be a close fight. I think it'll be an ugly fight. I think it'll be a boring fight, but I think Mark Madsen wins via decision. All right, next up, we have Nazim Sadihov versus Vyacheslav Borishev, a.k.a. Slava Klaus. I'm going Nazim Sadihov. He beat Terrence McKinney, rear naked choked him in his last fight. Got out-grappled early. I think what this fight comes down to is the grappling. Borishev has no grappling at all. I mean, all he does is he just likes to strike. He doesn't have takedown defense. He got taken down and beaten up by Mike Davis, taken down and beat up by Mark Chikasi. His last fight was against a striker. He won that fight. He has really good striking, really good kickboxing, but so does Sadihov. And he also has grappling as well and submission ability as well. So I have to go with Nazim Sadihov. I'm going to go another rear naked choke. I'm going to say second round rear naked choke, Nazim Sadihov. Moving up on the card, one that I haven't really broken down yet. Mateusz Rebecki versus Roosevelt Roberts. That's actually a really good fight. Thrown together on short notice. I don't really trust Roosevelt Roberts to be, in the best possible shape. I believe he was on The Ultimate Fighter. I don't even know what he did. I watched the fights, but I can't remember at this point. Roosevelt Roberts is just an okay fight. I mean, he got KO'd by Inacio Bahamondes. That was that spinning wheel kick. Lost to Jim Miller. That was a while ago. Rebecki's a savage. Had that nasty finish in his last fight against Loic Razabov. Fight before that, won a decision. On a long winning streak from Dana White's Contender Series. 18-1 overall. 31 years old. I think he's better everywhere. I think he has good power. I think Roosevelt Roberts' chin is there to be had. I didn't really do a whole lot of tape. I didn't do any tape study really for this one. But I think Rebecki gets it done first round KO. I think he catches Roosevelt Roberts on the chin. Whether it's first, second round, I think he gets it done. All right, next up, Tabitha Ricci versus Lupita Godinez. I think Lupita Godinez is getting better every single fight. I think she's well-rounded. I think she has better striking. I think she has more power. And I think Tabitha Ricci has okay hands, but she's a lot more kind of mechanical than anything and just going through the motions, where I think Godinez can put pressure on her, land combinations, avoid the takedowns, because Ricci relies on her grappling quite a bit and her submission ability quite a bit. I think Lupita Godinez gets it done, a.k.a. Lupi Godinez gets it done via decision. Maybe like a 29-28 decision. Not a great fight, but I think she gets it done. All right, next fight. Featured prelim. Steve Erceg, Alessandro Costa. Steve Erceg coming off the win over David Dvorak. Good performance for short notice. Costa coming off the win over Jimmy Flick, where he just decimated him. Fight before that, lost to Amir Albazi via KO, but that was short notice. Steve Erceg, good footwork, decent striking, and very good grappling as well. I mean, the scrambles against David Dvorak was incredible. He hurt David Dvorak on the feet. Costa's very good, has good leg kicks. I could see him chopping the legs of Erceg because Erceg's heavy on that lead leg. But Costa can be taken down and controlled. And I get it was against Amir Albazi, so I don't know if Erceg can do it. But I just think Erceg's more well-rounded. So he mixes in the takedowns. He lands on the feet. Better footwork. Better submission ability. I think Costa maybe a little bit, maybe an edge in the striking, but probably not even. I would probably say Erceg has an edge in the striking. I would say Costa has an edge in the power. But I think Erceg gets it done. I think it's going to be a very competitive, close fight. I'm going Steve Erceg via decision. All right. First fight on the pay-per-view. Pat Sabatini, Diego Lopez. Diego Lopez looks like he performs with the band Fall Out Boy. Looks like he's an email from like 2005. Absolute savage. Nasty jiu-jitsu ability. Nasty scrambling ability. Really looking forward to this fight. Cannot wait for this matchup. Sabatini, 12 out of 18 via submission. 12 out of 18 wins via submission. Lopez, 12 out of 22 wins via submission. I mean, this fight goes one of two ways. Lopez either probably finds a submission off his back, or Sabatini just grinds him out from top. I could see Lopez getting a KO on the feet, though, as you guys mentioned earlier, because Sabatini doesn't have good striking. And Sabatini was finished by Damon Jackson in his hairline literally a year ago. But I think Diego Lopez is just too scrappy from the bottom, too aggressive on the feet. I think at some point he causes a scramble, whether he hurts Sabatini, whether he scrambles out of position off bottom. And I think Sabatini's going to be looking for a desperation takedown and get guillotined. I'm going Diego Lopez, second round guillotine. All right, moving up on the card. We have Matt Frevola, Benoit Saint Denis. They switched those two fights around, by the way. This is a tough fight to pick because I feel like both guys are such savages. And I think Frevola is a little bit more technical. And I think that Saint Denis has better ground game and also more versatile of attacks, like body kicks, leg kicks, and just where Frevola just primarily likes to just box. And this was a tough fight to pick because I could see Frevola chinning Benoit Saint Denis, but I think if they go to war, and this is a common theme for this card for me, if they go to war, Benoit Saint Denis gets it done. Dude's an absolute savage. His nickname is the God of War. So he has a great chin. He has nasty power. He has good jiu-jitsu. Frevola is just a little bit more technical in the boxing and has nasty power as well. So I'm going Benoit Saint Denis. I think he gets it done second round TKO. I think he clips Matt Frevola, finishes him with ground and pound. All right, next up, we have Jessica Andrade versus Mackenzie Dern. Ew. All right, next up, co-main event. Now, I'm going Mackenzie Dern first round submission. Jessica Andrade's been showing up for paychecks for like a year. All right, co-main event. Sergei Pavlovich versus Tom Aspinall. What a banger that is. Look, Tom Aspinall may have a grappling advantage, but it's hard to say he has a grappling advantage when we've seen Tom Aspinall beat nothing but like shit fighters. He's never fought like a really, like heavyweight goes from really shit to elite. And Tom Aspinall, I mean, a win over Marcin Tybura, what does that even mean? I mean, a win over Alexander Volkov was really good, but Volkov's gotten better. That was 2 years ago now. Sergei Pavlovich just been KOing everyone in the first round. Been KOing every single person in the first round. And Tom Aspinall's taking it on short notice. Pavlovich was training for a fight. He was the backup. So unless Aspinall goes out there, shoots in on takedowns, gets Pavlovich down and controls him, I don't see how he wins this fight. Pavlovich will take one to land one, and I think Pavlovich has more power. I think both guys are going to get clipped on the feet, but I think when it comes down to it, I think you're going to see Aspinall in a Ryan Bader, Anthony Rumble Johnson type mode, where Aspinall's so worried about the power, he's so desperate to grapple, he's going to leave himself open, and his worst fear is going to become true. And I think Sergei Pavlovich is just going to have it. You know, he doesn't get too over aggressive. Pavlovich, I mean, he throws out these wild shots, but he never lets his feet get out in front of him, you know, where he can just be shot through. He kind of, if you notice the way he throws, like even when he goes after his finishes, he always kind of has his hips backwards, like waiting to defend a takedown. And I just don't think Aspinall on 2 weeks' notice can take out Sergei Pavlovich. Full camp, we're having a whole different discussion. But I think short notice, you look at what Pavlovich has been able to do in his last few fights. You look Tom Aspinall losing to Curtis Blades, even though that was short notice, he got touched up quite a few times against Curtis Blades in a short fight. He got touched on the chin by Marcin Tybura like once or twice in their fight. He got touched on the chin by Alexander Volkov a couple times in their fight. He got touched on the chin by Andrei Arlovsky in their fight. If Pavlovich touches you on the chin, most likely he's going to end in a finish. You know, so I'm going Sergei Pavlovich. I think he clips him badly in the first round, KOs him. I think Pavlovich stuffs 1 or 2 takedowns. Tom Aspinall starts getting comfortable on the feet, lands a couple shots of his own, and then I think Pavlovich lands a shot that hurts Aspinall and finishes him. And I think Michael Bisping cries a nasty river tomorrow night. I think Sergei Pavlovich first round KO. All right, main event. Jiri Prochazka, Alex Pereira. What a banger light heavyweight fight that is. Look, I have to go Jiri Prochazka. Yuri's got a granite chin. If Pereira doesn't get him out of there in the first round, if they're going to war, who's winning this fight? That's Jiri Prochazka. If they're going to war, I have to go Jiri Prochazka. Pereira has to get him out of there early. Jiri has a granite chin. Yuri's going to come back refreshed after a long time off. I do worry about the layoff and ring rust. Maybe he's going to be more sloppy and he gets clipped badly. But I think Yuri's just a better overall mixed martial artist. You're seeing Pereira getting taken down by Andreas Michailidis. He's making Israel Adesanya looking like Khabib Nurmagomedov. He's getting taken down and dominated in the first round by Jan Blachowicz, who gassed out. Otherwise, he would have won that fight. And I think he won that fight anyway. He got KO'd by Israel Adesanya earlier this year. Jiri, and maybe the weight cut is contributed to that. But I think these two guys are going to have a bit of a war. And I think Pereira thrives when he's moving forward in a steady-paced kickboxing matchup. He's always kind of set the pace for every single fight that he's had so far. And I don't think Yuri's going to let him do that. I think Yuri's going to march him down. I think Yuri's going to be throwing crazy combinations. I think Yuri's going to be mixing in the clinch, mixing in the grappling. I think he'll have a massive advantage in the grappling. And also, Yuri's not going to gas. He's shown no history of gassing, even with his crazy, crazy style. So I think the advantage in the grappling, I think the striking, his brutal knockout power. I think Pereira's, power is a little bit overrated. I think Pereira's ground game is horrible, to be quite honest. His takedown defense is okay. I'm talking about his actual defensive jiu-jitsu on the ground is not that good. I mean, the way Izzy had wrist control and was just dominating him in the third round of the first MMA fight was crazy. I think Jiri marches him down. I think he's a little bit more cautious early. I think he mixes in some takedowns early. Maybe gets some, maybe doesn't. Maybe gets a little bit of control time. And then I think as the fight goes on, I think Pereira starts to slow down a little bit. I think Pereira starts to get a little bit sloppier. I think Jiri starts to get the feel for the fight a little bit more after his time off, kind of really getting a feel for it in there, getting his timing. And I think in the third round, Jiri Prochazka, brutal spinning back elbow KO, flatlines Alex Pereira. That's what I'm going with. Jiri third round TKO. I'm going to say like midway, late third round TKO. So there's my pick, boys. There's my picks. What do you think? I haven't been reading the chat, so let me know what you think. Let me know what you guys think. So, I'm genuinely curious. What you guys agree with the picks? Disagree with the picks? What? I'll be right back. I'm gonna go pee real quick though. Let me see. All right, boys. I am back. What do you guys think of the picks? I like how everyone left while I was gone. Shame on you guys. It's time for a clean sweep. Joey, just add an intro and outro to that and edit it, and there's your full card prediction video. Saves time? Yeah. Well, I already did it. I'll post a new one. Believe it or not, man, those full card predictions take a lot of work. I'm dreading doing the one for next week. There's a lot of shit names on there. I hope I gave you guys a good enough breakdown for the live stream. I hope I gave you guys a good enough breakdown. How long did I go through that for? I wonder who Bisping picked in the co-main event. Yeah, me too. That's definitely going to be a toughie. That's definitely a tough one to pick. That's definitely going to be a tough one to pick. So, I can't believe. I'd love to know how we even got here. I'd love to know how did we truly even get here. It happened so quick, boys. It happened so quick. But it is what it is. 295 prelims are ass. I don't know, 5 or 7 minutes. Will Bisping be on commentary? Thank God, no. I'm always thought Zabit had suspect cardio. No, Zabit didn't have good cardio. We were just waiting for 294. I know. Remember how far apart 293 and 294 were? And we're like, oh my goodness. Yeah, it sucks. What's crazy is I'm gonna miss a couple. I'm gonna miss at least one prelim probably tomorrow. I'm gonna try not to, but I'm probably gonna miss at least one prelim. Luckily, it's not that good. But I hate missing them. Especially tomorrow, I'm actually gonna miss it, as in probably not be able to watch it until after the fight card or during the break. But that's the annoying part about it, is not knowing. If someone asks me about it, I don't know. So I'll watch it as soon as I get on, if there's like a lull in action. But I'll try. I should be here at the absolute latest, I would say, is 7. So I'm more excited about 296 because Tony's about to shock the world. I hope you're right. Motivational. Julia Stolarenko versus Luana Carolina. Ew. Just great. Joe Rogan's back. Oh my God. I wonder, dude, Joe Rogan, I swear Joe Rogan is such a Alex Pereira dick rider. I wonder what Tony will say in his post-fight speech after his win. Champ shit. I'm coming for that title. Islam. Hold it. Keep it warm for me. Zabit versus Cater was such a scrap. Dude, it's sad. When's the last time Zabit even fought? There's always been rumors he might come back and blah, 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 blah. Dude, he was on the verge of a title shot. Now he hasn't fought in 4 years. Undefeated. Or no, he had one loss. I'm wrong. Dude was so good. And he's only 32 years old. If he ever returns, that'll be a big return. Will he ever return? Does anyone know? Apparently, Magomed Sharipov has become a doctor. I wonder if he'll ever return. That's crazy if he doesn't. That's straight up crazy. Zabit was a massive prospect at featherweight. People don't even know. Zabit was a massive prospect. He was like a Russian version of Yair Rodriguez. So that's crazy. We'll never get to see him fight again, probably. He was the Russian version of Yair, basically. Zabit's one loss was outside the octagon. Yes, Zabit will never return. Yeah, last I heard, he was trying to become a doctor. Now, he had one loss outside the UFC, yeah. Who would you take, Zabit or Volk? Zabit had cardio issues, so I would take Volk. But Zabit, I mean, he was nasty on the feet, man. Spinning techniques, crazy. So, and Zabit versus Yair was supposed to happen multiple times. When will the card start? 6 p.m. tomorrow. Jamal gets brutally KO'd by Pereira. I doubt it. My friend. Imagine how big Zabit Volkanovski or Zabit Max would have been. I know. He was on the verge of a title shot. He was like in talks for title discussion. One more fight. That sucks, man. Dude hasn't fought in 4 years. I wonder if he'll ever return. Probably not, dude. He might. His heart probably just isn't in it. I don't know why on Tapology it only has one canceled fight for the Yair Rodriguez fight. They canceled Yair Rodriguez Zabit like 4 or 5 times. Maybe it was only confirmed once. So I'm thinking of changing it for Vola, Aspinall, and Jiri. I don't know, bro. These are tough-ass fights to pick. Yeah, I don't know, dude. You better change them quick. You got to change them quick, my friend. So they're tough fights to pick for sure. I just can't go Aspinall on 2 weeks' notice when he's getting clipped up by Andrei Arlovsky. Askar Askarov got a fight booked against Hill. He went from sending people to hospitals to treating them. His younger brother, Hassan Magomed Sharipov, fights for Bellator. Yep. I seen a picture of him in Bellator right now when I was looking him up. I think Zabit retired. Yeah, but that was never officially confirmed. We never saw that officially confirmed. So that's what's kind of... We don't really know, truly. I would love to get a clean sweep tomorrow. I'm fiending for a clean sweep, boys. 13 out of 13. I really want to see Yair Ilya. That'd be a banger. I opened Instagram and I saw Dana with a yellow background nearly had a heart attack, but it was stupid 12 days to giveaway thing. Oh, you thought it was breaking news? You thought it was breaking news. Islam had heart surgery. He was prescribed a banned substance, and now people are accusing him thanks to Conor of steroids. What a joke. I don't remember the whole backstory, but what a joke that is. Askarov is fighting Alan Gomes. I don't even know who that is, bro. Talking about before, can't wait to see Usman come to the UFC. Oh, Usman Nurmagomedov. Aspinall on 2 weeks' notice is very worrisome. That's another reason to go Pavlovich. That's what I had to go with Pavlovich for. Zabit isn't coming back. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it. I never thought he probably would not. I never thought he would. Let me put it that way. It is what it is. Some 15-4, 1 bum. That's not a horrible record. What would be your reaction if you woke up and Ilya's out of the Volk fight and is fighting Zabit? I'd be shocked. That'd be insanity. Ilya would beat Yair by out-grappling him, agreed. I saw Usman live at Bellator 300 and he came away a bit underwhelmed. His fight's too safe. Yeah, I think he's overhyped just because of his last name. He's good, but he's overhyped for sure. He's not all that great. I mean, that was a shit performance, too, against a guy who's not even known for being all that good. Not even known. We'll see. Imagine you wake up, you check Discord, and Habib Conor 2 gets announced. Yeah, by MMA Uncensored, it probably would. MMA Uncensored probably announced it. Yeah, against Brent Primus, not even looking that good. Against good old Brent Primus. Like, you're not finishing him, dude. That's embarrassing. That's outright embarrassing. All right, we get it. We get it. Imagine I wake up and this and this and this and this and this. I get it, bro. I get it, my friend. Weird fight announcements. If I woke up and found one. That'd be straight up crazy. So. I block MMA Uncensored on Twitter. They're clowns. They are clowns. MMA Uncensored asked the dumbest. Are they there? There they go. Bert MMA. Okay. What's funnier is Bert MMA is probably more reliable. Definitely probably more reliable source than MMA Uncensored. Definitely a more reliable source. MMA Uncensored is literally the least reliable source ever. So I'm just heated. I already got like when it's almost fight week. Dana said Power Slap is a $450 million business. He says, I don't believe that for 1 second. I don't believe that for 1 second. Apparently Dana said Power Slap's a $450 million business. So he's talking about Power Slap's worth $500 million. Am I thinking straight on that? I haven't blocked MMA Uncensored because Joey flames them from time to time. Who runs MMA Uncensored? No idea. Power Slap is #1 in India, and that kid has done everything we've ever asked of him. That is true. That is very true. Power Slap is #1 in India. You should see the views they're getting over there. Dana said, yeah, I haven't said this publicly, but I'm just reading it. I haven't said this publicly, but yeah. Dana went on some podcast. I'm done. How did these motherfuckers even find this shit? Dana went on some podcast that has 68 subscribers. They got 68 subs. That's wild. He did a 44-minute podcast with some channel. I mean this has to be an industry plant here. These thumbnails are ugly. There's no subscribers. It's some woman's podcast, I guess. How did someone even find this? Is what I'd like to know. It's got 68 subs. It's got 68 subs. That's fucking wild. It's got 70 views right now. What a horrible title, too. The title's Dana White sets the record straight. Like, I'm sure he said plenty of things you could have put in the title that would have been better than that. What's the point of a press conference when nobody's asking anything the fans want to hear about? Your guess is as good as mine, bro. Damn, can we get Dana on the podcast? Can we please get Dana on the podcast? I need to get Dana on the podcast. Does anyone have a connection? Does anyone have a connection? Dude, if I could get Dana on the podcast, that'd be the craziest thing ever. That'd be straight up the craziest thing ever. I would love to ask a million questions to Dana. That judo guy, 699, is more reliable than MMA Uncensored. That is true. Dylan Dana says he didn't talk with... Dude, who wants to see that motherfucker in the UFC? Seriously. I hope the UFC doesn't sign him. Dude's an embarrassment. Literally, no one even likes him. I pray the UFC doesn't sign him. I got some connect. I should message Dana on Twitter and be like, hey, dude, I'm really trying to cover Power Slap. And then I'll work my way into the UFC world. So, that's what I'll do. Dana would do it if you pretend that you like Power Slap for a while. That's true. That is 100% true. If I pretended to like Power Slap, Dana would definitely hook me up. That's the way to go. But the thing is, covering Power Slap isn't a lucrative business. It isn't a lucrative business at all. You know how many views even the Power Slap YouTube channel gets? None. Literally none. Legit none. Become a Power Slap shill and get Dana. That'd be the way to do it. It is if you're in India. Chase Sherman walking out right now. We will pretend with you in the chat. Then I get Dana on, just start asking him hard questions. Can you look me in the eye right now and tell me you honestly didn't watch Francis Ngannou Tyson Fury live? No, I didn't see it. I heard about it, but I didn't see it. Lene? So what were you doing on the night of Francis Ngannou Tyson Fury? Oh, well, that night I was out to dinner. What time were you out to dinner? Oh, well, 7 to 8 p.m. Well, that's awfully funny because it came on earlier before that. You know it's bad when it's on YouTube? That's crazy. That is crazy. Dude, I don't think anyone actually likes Power Slap. Let me take a look. Let's look up their YouTube channel. Dude, their views are bad. Dana White's press conference got 6.9K views. Damn, this channel is dead for its... It's getting views. Basically, there's a couple of them. There's a couple of them that pop off like 20,000, 30,000. But outside of those ones that pop off like that, basically we're getting similar views. That's wild. I'm actually getting better views if you ignore the outliers. Oh, Jack. I'm not listening to it. I'll click on it, but I'm not listening to it. All right, let's see what happens, my friend. Said he starts getting jumped or something. Why couldn't someone record on horizontal? What's this one? I like how the other dude didn't look like he didn't want nothing to do with it. Then he stands up on the table, starts stomping him. That's crazy. That's crazy. Ugh. Now he goes down. That's never good. When you're 2-1, you can't go down. You gotta. Oh my God, he's gonna give a dude brain damage. Why are you sending me this shit, Jack? Dude, you gotta chill. I wish someone would beat this dude's ass. This is literally attempted murder right here. I don't even want to see this shit, dude. Punching someone who's literally defenseless. Like, dude, chill. You're gonna kill someone. You're gonna fucking kill someone like that. Good. Fuck him up. I don't know what I'm trying to watch here. I would love to know what I'm trying to watch here. Damn, they got the shirts off and everything. Yeah, beat this little dude's ass. Yeah, he deserves to get whooped. Oh, I wish he would have fucking kneed him in the head right there. I like how his buddy's not even helping him. I like how dude stopped. What, he get tired? I guess the one dude got tired. Dude's got him laid back on the table. I'm done. What the fuck am I watching right now, Jack? I'm not watching this entire thing. Dude straight knocked the one dude out. Yeah, I can't watch this whole thing, bro. This is way too long. I thought it was going to be like 30 seconds. Put it on the screen. It's on YouTube, so I don't know if I could get copyright or not. Plus, it's kind of random. Dude starts whoop. I'll watch the rest of it later. The views on Rumble must be crazy if it's worth $500,000. No, it's not $500,000. It's $500 million. He said it's worth $450 million. Hot take, John Jones isn't that great. So, you want to check it out? Dude, I don't. Jack sent me the link. It's just some dumb fight. Damn, this got 1 million views. This is 4 years old? Alright, dude, this is 4 years old. Shut up. I just checked Rumble views, average like 15K per video. Yeah, and they act like it's some massive thing. I'm getting tagged in now. I can't believe it's only 11:30 though. It's not that late right now. John Jones is the greatest by light. Yeah, John's good. I just don't like the fact that he's ducking actual contenders now. That's what I don't like. So Dana, why is Stream East on your history on October 28th, 2023? Yeah. Dana, are you familiar with Stream East? Are you familiar with Stream East? $500 million due to smoking crack. I wouldn't even pay. Like, how can he even say that with a straight face? How can he even say that with a straight face? Dude said it's worth damn near $500 million. Pause. $500 million, as Conor McGregor would say. Apparently he said, I haven't said this publicly yet to anybody, but this is a $450 million business in 9 months. Dude straight up smoking dick. Like, there's no... I don't buy that at all. Like, where's he making the money at? Like, where's he making the money at? I don't get it. Like, because TikTok's not paying you. TikTok's not paying you, bro. That's crazy. Jamal Hill was trying to defend a dude who started throwing punches after he got smacked a bit too hard while slapboxing. What happened? Oh, definitely the dude who tried to start throwing punches after he got smacked a bit too hard while slapboxing. Sounds about right. Power slap is worth $50 and some Taco Bell fries. Yeah, that's accurate. That's definitely accurate. Jack, why are you watching an old ass video like that anyway? Is the real question. Little homie and Tim's went flying. I'm done. I'm still done. Damn, my eye hurts. It's getting. My eye just wants to close right now. You know what time it is. You completely butchered my sentence. That constitutes an ass whooping. Yeah, I have no idea what you said. I got so much shit to do tomorrow. I'm already like dreading it. I'm be tired as hell tomorrow night. I look forward to the fight nights or to the pay-per-views. You know what I mean? I'm not saying like a fight night card, but I'm looking forward to Saturday nights with fights on them. And but I'm always like, damn, there's a lot of shit to do. It's like nonstop. I've seen zero power slap promo, so I doubt those numbers. You've seen zero promo for it? Hill gave us the funniest KO and the best channel meme. That's true. That is true. Did anyone see? Apparently he was getting attacked in New York City. I guess where they come from, you know, that constitutes an ass whooping. Somebody sent out the hitters. Somebody sent out the hitters. Yeah, apparently he was in a car in New York City. I saw someone sent it in Discord. He was getting attacked in New York City. You can find a power slap promo just by pulling up Tapology. Chase Sherman got a KO. Hill got attacked. Yeah, New York City. His car got all busted up. He was in the car. People were attacking it. Somebody sent out their hitters after him. I don't know who it was. Maybe it was Ariel. Joey sent the goons after him. That wasn't me. Wasn't me. I don't have any connections in New York City. Let me stop. We set Majin? Yeah, we set Majin. You're going to get me in trouble. I don't condone that. I don't condone any violence. I don't condone threatening any violence. But where I come from, that constitutes an ass eating. Do you think Hill is insecure enough to attack a civilian if they called him a pussy? 100%. 100%. If someone walked by Jamal Hill and was like, hey, are you Jamal Hill? And he was like, yeah. He was like, yeah, you're a fucking pussy. He's definitely socking him and going to jail. 100%. Does anyone disagree with me? Jamal Hill definitely socks a civilian if they called him a pussy. But apparently he's not about violence, physical violence over words. It's just content, as he says. It's just content. You got to prove it? I will prove it for you. Hey, Joey, I just got back from NYC and did the thing you wanted me to do. Go to his next fight, front row. I got to hit him up on IG. Be like, hey, man, you think you can give me tickets to your next fight? I'll be there rooting for you. I saw a TikTok like that where someone actually dissed Hill and he got mad. Yeah, Hill's definitely oversensitive. I mean, I've been calling that out for a while. It's just some people are like that, man. They take everything so personally, and they really shouldn't. You know? They really shouldn't take it that personally. They really shouldn't take it that personally. It's not that big of a deal. It's really not that big of a deal. Like, especially over words. He literally had to be held back by his manager when some guy said some random BS to him. Really? I feel like I've heard of that before, but I don't remember. Oof. But I might have seen it. I feel like I vaguely remember that. Where this guy said he beat Jamal Hill's ass and Jamal tried to fight him. Dude, I should... Imagine I run into Jamal Hill and I'm like, yeah, bro, I'd fuck you up, you pussy. Dude, he's definitely punching you right in the face. And saying, I don't, where I come from, I don't play them games. That constitutes an ass eating. That constitutes an ass eating. I mean, beating. But I feel like I've seen that before, but I don't remember. That'd be the funniest video of all time. Me just taking Jamal Hill's purses for the next 3 years. Would it be worth it? Would it be worth it? Oh, I see. Days just sent it. I wonder if this shit's fake, dude. I think that shit's fake. I don't even think that's real. I don't think that's real, bro. I did see that before. I don't think it's fake. I don't think it's real. It'd be funner if you won the fight and he sued you. Imagine I somehow just catch him on the chin and sleep him Johnny Walker style. Dude, that'd be worth the jail time. That'd be worth the jail time. Let's go, Sherman. Jamal would definitely stomp out a civilian who calls him poopy head. I don't know. I think that TikTok video is a little bit fake. It seemed a little bit fake to me. It seemed a bit fake to me. I'm still wondering that video Jack sent. What, did they gas themselves out? Did those two guys gas themselves out jumping him? And then he got up and he had more of a gas tank and he beats their ass? I think they're all drunk. I mean, this is a lot of brain damage to be taken here. It's a lot of brain damage to be taken here. For no reason, too. Yeah, they're definitely drunk. Ain't nobody fight like that. I mean, that's so uncoordinated. That sucks, though. That's a lot of unwarranted brain damage. Bring Paul Craig in a basketball. Yeah, I'll just throw a basketball. 100% they fake that shit for views. Wouldn't be surprised if Hill was faking content for views. Yeah. Joey, ever been summoned to a jury duty? My services next week. Yes, I have before. I have. Yeah, JJ, I seen it. Someone just posted in the random tab. I think it's fake. Just bring a basketball. Challenge him to a game of basketball. I'll definitely win. What's your advice for someone who is going through a really tough time in life where things just keep coming up and mentally draining that person? Not sure if you ever had a rut in life, but some do. Just focus on the positive, focus on the positive. There's always a lot of shit going on in everyone's life. There's always like shit to worry about and, oh, I got to do this, I got to do that, and I don't feel like doing this, and I got to do that, and it's just stress, and just focus on the positive, man. That's the best thing you can do. That's the best you can do. He'll never admit it to anything. He was just making you aware. That is true. Yeah, but that's the best I can say, man. Focus on the things you're looking forward to and don't worry about things that aren't going to be pertinent for, a while. Or, in a year from now, it won't matter. Apparently, power slap shorts do well. Oh, guys, the actual slaps. Yeah, I'm just making you aware, my friend. I'm just making you aware. You should say where I come from. You'll get conviction first, then trial next. All right. Prediction for tomorrow, I got Jiri and Pavlovich. Sean Strickland trashing Nelk and Sugar is why I love Strickland. Somebody's got to say it. I haven't seen it, but I can subscribe to that for sure. Rewind a half hour and you'll get a full card prediction. That is true. I went through the full card. Who's going to be here tomorrow night? I'm glad we're just getting a pay-per-view that's on. We haven't got a decent pay-per-view that's on at night since UFC 291. Think about how crazy that is. Because UFC 292 was kind of shitty. UFC 293 was really shitty. And then UFC 294 was on during the daytime. Yeah, that wasn't a good pay-per-view, dude. 293 was garbage. On paper and when it turned out. So, the last good pay-per-view was UFC 291. Jiri gets clipped. Prediction for Strickland versus Plessis. I got Strickland. I'm pulling up with Quan. 292 was way better than 291. Maybe I'm mistaken then. Maybe I'm mistaken, bro. 292 wasn't that good. Wasn't that good. Yeah, I mean it was okay. It wasn't bad. Yeah, so I don't know. 291, I remember, was pretty solid on paper, is what I'm thinking of. Working out tonight so I don't miss the fights tomorrow. What helps me with depression is working out. There you go. Make sure to smash the like button. Thank you. Thanks for the help. I've been a bitch lately. Yeah. You have been. Joey didn't make a video on Masvidal beating the cage. Dude, I'm not covering TMZ bullshit, all right? That's just not what I do. That's just not what we do here. That's just not what we do here. Yeah. It couldn't be me, man. Couldn't be me posting TMZ style videos. I try to legitimately just focus on the sport. 292 was good, but I went to it, so I'm biased. I don't think it was bad. I'm just saying, like, a really good stacked card that we're like, holy shit, can't wait for this. I know we shit on him, but I miss Prime Connor. Well, you can keep on missing him. He's never coming back. Think about it. Imagine you didn't realize the night you saw Connor beat Eddie Alvarez, you were never going to see Prime Connor fight again. Think about how crazy that is. Think about how crazy that is. You were never going to see Prime Connor again. UFC 294 main event was good. 294 was good, but it was on during the day. I'm glad UFC China main event is Yadon Gutierrez. I'm going to sleep through that. I'm that good as hell. Dude, why isn't Yan Xiaonan and Weili Zhang the main? Holy shit. For 292, I went 10 out of 12 picks. I got one other pick wrong other than the main event. Other than that, everything else I got right. Damn, I killed it that night. I killed it that night, boys. I killed it. Previous event. Let's go back to UFC 292. Did I come in first? Holloway Korean Zombie, I was first place. 292, I was 10th place. Holy shit. Jack went 11. I forgot Jack went 11. That's when Jack used to compete. He used to put it up. I don't even know what I just did. Let me go here. All right, everyone except Andy has their picks in for Topology, and Dabrowski only has 12 picks locked in. That's crazy. I'm convinced UFC went to China because they know it's not going to get reviews at 3 a.m. They put a shit main event. Basically, yeah. No one is talking about PFL buying Bellator means we could see Harrison versus Cyborg. Probably will never happen. How do you make an account for picks on Tapology? You just go to Tapology and sign up for an account. Joe, what's an MMA moment that you think nobody can remember but you? That is a great question. There's got to be one. I don't know if this is one, but Rashad Evans losing his pants in Eagle FC. Maybe that's one that no one else thinks about. I know there's got to be another one that nobody talks about that was completely ignored. But I'm trying to think right now. Yeah, I can't think of another moment right now. That's just the first thing that came to mind right there. There's got to be another moment that nobody else will remember that I'll remember. Oh no, I'm just saying you'll never. It's not in your mind. Like once I say it, you'll remember it. But like, Evans losing his pants on stream was hilarious. What the fuck you mean he lost his pants? His pants were off, bro. Rashad Evans' pants were off. People booing in Lawler McDonald too. I vaguely remember that. I'm trying to think of one. Oh, I can unhide my picks now. I just hide them when they're in flux. When they're in flux, bro. Because I'm making picks before I make my video. Hopefully this doesn't mess up my picks. All right, you should be able to see my picks now, Andy, so you can copy them. I never watched Eagle FC. Joe Rogan talking about Chimaev's weight miss instead of what he did to Kevin Holland. Oh my God, the way he was doing that was annoying as fuck. All right, how about this? Nah, people are going to remember this. Alistair Overeem thinking he tapped out Stipe Miocic. How many people just copy your picks for this content? I don't think anyone copies them. I think everyone makes their own decisions. I might influence them. I don't think anyone's copying picks. I mean, at the end of the day, you think we get Izzy Pereira 3? It's possible. I'm trying to think of something no one else will remember. How about Stipe not getting a post-fight interview after he got KO'd by Daniel Cormier? Which I thought was disgraceful. All right, here's a good one. Nah, people are going to remember this. Dana White going to the GSP Johnny Hendricks post-fight press conference. And I got one. It's not this one. I'll tell you the one I'm thinking. But Dana White going to the post-fight press conference for GSP Hendricks and acting like it was a foregone conclusion that GSP was going to rematch Hendricks. But I have one that no one's going to remember. I have one that absolutely no one's going to remember. We all remember the Overeem, yeah, I figured. All right, I remember this one. Dana White talking in a post-fight press conference. He got duped by some fake story that Floyd Mayweather kidnapped people and took them out in the desert and beat the shit out of them and killed someone or something along those lines. And Dana White was talking at the post-fight presser about how Floyd Mayweather is going to be going to jail soon. If you had to put $1,000 on anyone in the main or co-main, who you picking? It was some fake story, and it was going around and circulating, and Dana was talking about it at a post-fight presser. You would have to search long and hard to find it, because it's probably not even in the title or anything. And then it came out as fake. I clearly fell to top. But if I had to put $1,000 on anyone in the main co-main, who are you picking? I'm probably going Pavlovich. If someone can find it, let me know. Just look like Floyd Mayweather assaulting someone in desert, and then you have to cross-reference kidnapping. It was like a fake story that Dana White fell for. Yeah, so it was March 2014. It would have been around there Dana talked about it. Dana White. He was like, yeah, he's probably going to jail for a long time. Because I think they were talking about the potential of Mayweather-McGregor. Let's see. I found an article. Dana White rips Floyd Mayweather, call Money Mayweather racist. Yeah. Jail, maybe? Yeah, I don't know. But there was something along those lines. Kidnapping and brutal beating over missing jewelry. And it came out as fake. But it would have been around that time at a post-fight presser if you want to find it. I remember Dana saying that. I missed half the messages. Did anyone ever remember that or no? Yes or no? Did you remember it? Which would be yes, or you never heard of it? No. Or something that clearly defines your position. Did anyone remember that? No, you didn't remember it. You're full of shit, social media. Nope. He legit went in. All right, maybe you do. I don't know. Does anyone remember Jeff Molina literally clapping for Zumagulov before they gifted Molina the robbery decision? I do remember that. Do you watch film on the prelim fighter before you pick, or do you know everyone enough? I watch film on every single fighter before every single pick. Unless it's really easy. Unless it's crazy easy. But even then, usually I watch at least one fight. Can someone find it? Can you find it, social media? Can you look for it and see if you can find that presser? I'd love to go back and watch that. But yeah. I heard about the Floyd story, but wasn't into MMA at the time. That's crazy. Who would win, Prime Condit or Prime Wonderboy? Prime Wonderboy, I think. I think Prime Wonderboy would outstrike him. You also remember the luscious... Yeah, I got one someone no one will remember. Dana White hanging out in the hot tub with his boys, and his boys hanging out right around Dana's luscious V. A few years from now, nobody will remember Mike Malott almost got trampled in the UFC 289 289 walkout. That's a good one. Was that when Floyd's ex-wife died? She was supposed to be writing a book about him, and she died in a car from an overdose. I have no idea. What does the V stand for? What do you mean? Luscious V. It's like your crotch area. Prime Romero versus Pereira. I don't know, man, because Romero didn't like to grapple. He didn't like to mix in the wrestling. But Romero was impossible to KO. He was impossible to KO. Every once in a while, I'll think of like an obscure moment in MMA history, and I wish I could have. I need to start writing them down. Yeah, that's what we were just talking about, the crowd rail. Mike Mallett's walkout. The luscious V will never die here. That is very, very true. That nasty, nasty luscious V. But yeah. I'm trying to think of any other obscure moments in time. Everyone I keep thinking of is like easy to remember. Let's go list of UFC events. Let's go to a random card and see if I can remember something from it. I'm going to go way back. Okay, I'm all the way back in... Let's see. I feel like people will remember this for sure. What about Frankie Edgar getting rocked by up kicks from Benson Henderson? Does anyone remember that? I'm sure people remember that. He almost got finished by an up kick from Benson Henderson. Got a nasty bloody nose. I remember after Aljo got KO'd by Sugar, Marab was pissed because some fans was mocking him getting KO'd in the crowd. That's wild. Is he walking out the Jigsaw theme not realizing this song means plot twist? I never heard about Floyd's ex-wife dying. That's crazy. Do you remember? I don't remember. Yeah, I never heard about it either. When Leon stared into the camera during the glove touch before the second fight. Yeah, he looked over. Yeah, so Frankie Edgar almost got finished by an up kick. Let's see what else we can get. All right, here I got a good one. When Clay Guida main evented against Gray Maynard, and Clay Guida ran the entire fight. And Clay Guida was, or not Clay Guida, Gray Maynard was pissed off and flipping him off and everything. Dude ran the entire fucking fight. It was so annoying. And then Guida literally legit ran. He should have been warned by the ref. He legit ran the entire fight and then complained he didn't get the decision. Remember when 50 Cent challenged Floyd to read a page of Harry Potter? Yes, I do. Who remembers? Here's a good one. Here we go, evil. Here we go. When Aldana fluked that one chick with an up kick. Yeah, that was recent, though. That's not a good one. That was recent. All right, I got a good one. Does anyone remember when that prelim fighter... there's some domestic violence allegations, and he got pulled from a card. I can't remember his name, but he was in the featherweight division. I can't remember his name. UFC fighter pulled from event. Oh, I got another good one. Hold on. I got another good one that you guys aren't going to remember. Was it this one? I don't think it was Michael Graves. It was a featherweight. It was a featherweight. I can't remember his name. Domestic violence UFC featherweight. I know someone might know. Does anyone remember who it was? No, it was a long time ago. It was long before that. It was a featherweight. And damn it, I forgot my other one. Oh, I remember now. But no, it was a long while ago. It was damn it, I can't remember. Let me look up UFC featherweight rank. There was no rankings. Featherweights 2011, maybe. Is there not a list of the roster? Ooh, I think I got it. I can't find it. I think he was supposed to fight. Let me see. I think I found his opponent. Let me see. Damn it, that wasn't it. Damn, dude had so many canceled fights. Damn it, I can't remember who it was. Does anyone know? There was a guy that was pulled from a card the week of the fight because there were some domestic violence allegations. It was a featherweight fight. I remember that. It was a featherweight fight. I want to say... Damn it. Let's see. UFC fighter pulled from event, domestic violent allegations. Cut. Nope. It keeps bringing up Luis Pena. It's not him. UFC fighter. Let's see. Damn it, I can't find it now. If someone can find it, let me know. It was somewhere around there. It was some like low-level featherweight. Now I'm scouring featherweight's Tapology pages looking to see who they fought. Was it Matt Grice? I don't think it was Matt Grice. I'm just scouring featherweight's names right now and looking to see who they fought. And I'll recognize the name right away. Damn it, I can't find it, boys. I can't find it. That's annoying as hell. Can anyone find it? Was it Josh Grisby? That sounds kind of familiar. Josh Grisby. Fight canceled. Return due to legal complications? I don't think so. He was pulled out the week of the fight. I don't think it was Josh Grisby. I don't see anything about domestic violence. Was it Josh Grisby? It might have been. I don't know, though. Yup, Will Chope. That's it. Finally. Thank God. It was Will Chope. Or Will Cope, I think it's how you pronounce his name. Thank God you found that, Fries. It was Will Chope. I wonder whatever happened to him. Dude beating his wife. Dude got cut by the UFC. Holy shit, how many fights has he had since then? He's been fighting up a fucking storm. He got finished by Max Holloway. Okay, so he had one fight in the UFC. And then he got pulled from the Diego Brandao fight. And then dude's been fighting his ass off since and never came back ever. Oh my God. At one point he was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 losses in a row. He's still fighting. He fought last month. All right, I have one more before we go. And I think people will probably remember this. Who remembers when Jeremy Stephens was arrested the day of a fight and Dana White insisted that he would still fight that night, that he was going to be out? And he kept promising, I promise you he's going to be on the card. He's going to be on the card. Everything's going to be fine. He got arrested the day of the fight. And he ended up not fighting. But Dana White was insistent. He's only 33 now. Does anyone remember that? That's wild. Dude's 42-20. He went 0-7. I vaguely remember that. My 2 prediction videos from the main and co-main got a combined 50 views. Bro, I'm 6 feet from the edge. Dude, the MMA market's so oversaturated. You got to just keep going, dude. People will start wanting to hear your opinion more and more as you keep making more videos. That's what I was doing when I first started. That does suck, though, because you put a lot of work into it. But go back and look at some of my old prediction videos, dude. You're probably getting more views than I was at the time. Dude's fighting in a new organization every month. He went 0-7 for a while. I'm going to treat Will Chope how Neil Magny treats his 3-year-old son. Okay. Damn, Jerry's really, really upset. He said, damn, I got 50 views. It is what it is, bro. You got to just keep pumping. You can't worry about the views. You'll drive yourself nuts worrying about the views. I'm just so glad that Fries figured out it was Will Chope. I'm so happy with that. He's got an insane record for only being 33. I know. I wonder whatever happened with that case. Remember when Aljo apologized to Guru because he thought he was in a wheelchair? No, I don't think so. Yeah, man, I don't think the videos were that craziest quality, but they were like 25 minutes. Dude, it's all about building up your channel. People are not going to care what you think until you build up your channel a bit. But just keep doing predictions for the few people who do care. You know, I'm still doing the same. I mean, I did my full card predictions. I got like 3,000 views. That's not great for me at all. It's such a long video, you know. I watched your Jiri Reyes fight companion today and only has like 200 views with 0 comments. See? And think about it. I was on there live for hours. I used to stream to like 2 people. 1 or 2 people. I'd stream with 0 people. I didn't give a fuck. I just did it because I thought it was fun. You know what I mean? But yeah, if you look at some of my old videos, oh my God. Let me go through. I'll click oldest real quick. All right, let's look at my first prediction. Whitaker versus Gastelum prediction. 40 views. 40 fucking views. Usman versus Masvidal 2 prediction. 144 views. Wei Li Zhang versus Rose Namajunas. This one actually popped off. 641 views. Valentina versus Andrade prediction. 195 views. I had UFC 261 main card prediction. 63 views. Jiri Prochazka Dominic Reyes prediction. 244 views. So, don't get discouraged, bro. Joey, I found the Floyd thing. Oh my God, you found it? Where's it at, bro? Tell me what to search. Joey, I knocked my homie down. UFC 171 pre-fight scrum. How the fuck did you find that, bro? I'm so glad you did, though. Isn't that weird? We're like the only 2 people on earth that remember that. Is it the one with 57,000 views? Let's see. It's got to be this one. It's got to be the point where it has the most replayed moment. What's the timestamp on it? I'm assuming it's this one that has 57,000 views from 9 years ago. It was posted March 13th, 2014. Dana used to shit on Floyd Mayweather every day until he got the McGregor fight. Here, I'll listen to it real quick. I haven't heard this since that night. This is 9 years in the making. Let me take a look. $20:37. It's 20 minutes, 37 seconds. He said it's the most insane thing. He said it's the most insane thing he heard in his life. Call 911. If what's being said is true, he's going to say he's going to jail for a long time. I remember hearing him. Watch. I know he's going to say it. I used to watch the Dana White scrums religiously. He's going to be in a lot of trouble if that's true. It's crazy. That's crazy. I haven't heard that. I thought he said more about it then. Let's see what, hold on, what's... There's probably more here. Yeah, I'm not going to listen to it. I'm not going to listen to the whole thing, but that's crazy. I haven't heard that in years. If that's true, he's going to be in trouble. That's his third strike. Dude really went and found it. Yeah, the scrums used to be good. Old videos with 40 views, he thinks he's a draw. Apparently we served his time before he went to the UFC and they found out and got rid of him. Oh, so that's funny. They would never do that nowadays. Yeah, 9 years ago. Yeah, Joe, you going to do my message like that? Just not finished? I don't remember what it said. Joe, I knocked my homie down with Islam head kick today. Just tripped over his feet and landed and just kept saying I knocked him down. Congrats, Jack. I'll give you a round of applause. It's hard to believe Dana used to work for Floyd. Did he? I didn't know that. It's wild seeing Roy Nelson fight right now. I forgot how fun he was in the UFC. I can't believe he's still fighting. I remember when he KO'd Big Nog. Joanne, okay, I read it. You knocked him down. Congrats. You kept saying you knocked him down. I'm very happy for you, Jack. I'm very, very, truly happy for you. Where I come from, bragging about that type of shit online constitutes something. It really constitutes something. Listen, boys, we've been here for 2.5 hours. I will be live tomorrow, so join me live tomorrow for UFC 295, Jiri Prochazka versus Alex Pereira. Good night. Like the stream on your way out, boys. If you haven't watched them, I released them late, so they didn't get a whole lot of views. Top 3 reasons I love UFC 295. Top 3 reasons I hate UFC 295. On the playlist that's linked in the description, you can easily find all my UFC 295 videos. I'm going to bed. Good night. Goodbye. I appreciate every single one of you, and I will talk to you guys later. Like the stream on your way out, please. Good night.